Welcome to the EST Hangout.
This is the EST Hangout, and today's guests are...
A very good Tuesday morning to you. Welcome to the EST Hangout, live right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton Sports, presented by Play Alberta. Thank you to everyone for listening across the Edmonton Sports Talk audio streams, edmontonsportstalk.com, tune in, iHeartRadio. For those watching on YouTube or listening on podcast, wherever you get your podcast, we greatly appreciate it. Matt Iwanyk with you here today. Joining us today, Hernan Salas is here. He made it on time. He was not late in any way, shape, or form. Crushed your muffin, though, which was great.
Yes.
Was it a good muffin, at least?
Yes, it was delicious.
And Lori Ekdahl, Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football with us here today. She's been on the Hangout before.
I have.
So welcome back.
Thank you for having me again.
She's also getting set to leave this country for some warmer weather in the next few days.
It's, we're in that last 24 hours before you leave. It's hard to focus on anything except for... What am I wearing to the airport? How many more minutes until we're out of here?
Where are you going?
We're going to Mexico.
Oh,
Yeah.
Aren't you jealous a little bit?
I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like this is,
For 11 days.
Oh,
isn't this the time of year to go?
yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like we're done with winter, but spring hasn't started.
It hasn't started, and it's like the freeze thaw cycle that I can't stand. It's like right now it's icy. Later it's going to be muddy, and you're going to have to wash your car every 22 hours.
Yeah.
Like I can't stand it, so I'm really happy to just bypass and come back when it's spring.
Skip a few steps.
Yeah.
Which part of Mexico?
We're flying to Cancun. We're gonna stay there for 5 days, and then we're gonna go to Cozumel for 6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, safe parts, I guess.
Yeah.
Safe.
I've never been to Cancun.
No?
No.
Where do you fly into then?
I've been to Mazatlan, Cabo, and Puerto Vallarta.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've been to Cabo and PV, and they're great, but it gets cold at night.
It does.
And I don't like that part.
Yeah.
I want to just pack for the heat, and I don't want to have to worry about being cold.
I remember in Cabo, like we'd go for dinner, and then they have the little stuff outside, and then you always had to have a hoodie or something, right?
Yeah.
I don't mind having a light hoodie on at night a little bit. I was in PV last year. I didn't find it that cold. But I haven't been to Cancun in a long time, so I'm not used to it.
It's the temperature's the same at the day and the night. It's
okay.
It just feels hotter because the sun is beating down on you. But the night temperature is like 25, and I'm into that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
into that.
Because we're heat people. Are you like if it gets into the 30s here in Edmonton? Are you one of those people that's like this is too hot? No, you're into it.
Great. I'm like, let's garden.
One of our
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
big gardener.
Oh yeah. Flower gardening, I
Flower,
don't do
not
the vegetables
veggies or anything like that.
I'm not good at the vegetables because I don't like bugs,
Oh, okay.
and so there's less bugs in flower gardening. Pests. There's bees,
I
and
didn't know that.
there's other like helpful pests.
Pollinators.
Yes, that's right. But there's like the potato beetle, and there's some other things that I'm just not into.
Because my girlfriend's a big gardener.
Okay.
And we just went to greenhouses on Sunday because she had the itch. She's like,
It's time to
she
start.
just looked at me. She's like, I want to go to a greenhouse. So okay, let's go to a greenhouse.
Time is now.
And so she got some seeds, and she's very happy.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize you could spend that much time in a greenhouse, but she found a way to spend that much time in a greenhouse, and it's awesome. Like she's getting ready to go, and I found some material there to read about when you plant things, and like that's actually a big science behind it.
Well, now it really is when you start.
Yeah, and each flower could be different and stuff. All I say is that one day I want a greenhouse and I want to grow lemon trees
That's great.
and avocado trees because I want to have my own lemons and avocados.
You're in the wrong country
Yeah.
for that.
I know.
You really have to
I know.
facilitate the climate.
That's where I'll have to get a full greenhouse. Get that going.
Yeah.
Avocados would be great.
Want it?
Oh, they're so expensive.
Go and grab your own avocado.
It's like $2 one for one now.
Is there anything more satisfying than when you cut open a perfect avocado? Because it's a guess for the
It
most
is,
part.
yeah.
I mean, if it's too firm, you'll know. But
Yeah.
and then but like really,
You don't want it too squishy.
when you open that avocado and oh my god, and it's that perfect color, it's like yes, I've made it. I'm an adult.
Here they're so
I've
expensive.
successfully completed this.
You go to Chile, you can get like 20 for like $5, and like just beautiful big avocados. And you're right, like it's a feel, right? That's all it is. Because here, when you go, like you have to wait 2-3 days. You rarely find
No.
ripe.
Oh,
And you get like
I found some
3
ripe ones
hours.
recently,
between when they're perfect and they're bad.
Yeah. And you got to time it perfectly.
It's
yeah.
like, I got this bag of avocados, now I got to eat them all.
Oh, man.
I was at Loblaws and they had some avocados on those like clearance, like get them at a discount. And I went, I was like, oh, and they're really soft. I was like, these aren't good.
This ain't it.
These won't be good ones. No. We need more avocados.
We do.
We need to set something up, some pipeline up from Chile to up here.
Yeah. Export them here.
Yeah, we'll get into this business. We'll leave this industry and we'll get into the avocadoing smuggling industry. Or something like
this
that.
conversation's so riveting. I don't know why we wouldn't.
Our nasties
make a
are probably
business out
like,
of it.
wow.
Hey, people, I'm sure there's a lot
Well,
of
what do
people
you
that
eat
are with us.
avocados with? No, just kidding.
Toast.
Toast.
Toast?
Yeah.
Make guac?
Chips.
You guys slice it because in Chile, we mush it. And some people put a little bit of oil and salt in it, and then you put that on your bread.
I
Or you can
generally
just mush it and eat it like
slice
that.
for bread.
Yeah.
I don't
ever
mush
mushed
it
it?
for bread.
Yeah. Because then
I
it's
do
just
both.
like both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cut them to get it out because I don't want the whole half
Yeah,
on
yeah.
a piece. So I cut it to get it out and then I smash it and put salt on it.
And if you're only using one side, you leave the
Pidden?
pit in, and the other side won't go bad.
Really? Yeah. This I
Pit
did
is
not know.
everything.
Yeah. Even if you make like a dip with avocado, leave the pit in, and it won't go bad. Eventually it will, but
Yeah,
it'll last
no, but
long.
it
You gotta
helps
take the
extend it
air
or
out.
something.
Like take some saran wrap and
Yeah.
take the air away.
So I make a bunch of like just quick guac, just throw that in the center, and it'll go a little longer.
But wrap it up and then put it in the fridge, and then you're good.
This is us helping people.
You're welcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
Welcome everybody.
I got it. Hernan, I'd never asked you this. Where do you come out on chin straps?
Oh boy.
Because
What a segue.
there is because the
Avocados
way
to chin strap.
I just had a conversation with Dusty where he was showing us his chin strap, and the hangout. We're here to keep the stigma chin straps. They're there for a reason.
Okay.
Is it
That's-
not Chin Strap Awareness Month?
For them, it is.
Okay.
For here, we're trying to keep the stigma around on chin straps. That's our awareness.
We're keeping
month.
the stigma.
That we're actually trying to grow the stigma because there's a reason they're not around anymore.
I see.
There's a reason that they
So
don't
this
have
is why
them.
you enjoyed my opinion.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Let's hear
Which we
yours.
could get into what your
Yeah.
opinion was right away here.
Yeah.
But I would
think
like to know what
it's-
Hernan's opinion
I think
is.
it's very late, late 90s, early 2000s. I think you don't see them a lot unless it's Dusty and one of his minions. So I'm with you, I think. I think they're a thing of the past,
Not to come back.
not to come back. No, they do not look good. Because now you're seeing more of like the fade, kind of like the beard fade, kind of like what you have, but it's a full beard, right? You're not seeing a lot of just,
We don't need it.
we don't need it.
We don't need it. Your opinion to Dusty was
Oh, it's not my favorite. That's for sure. Listen, it's clean.
Dusty's was.
Yeah. What I like about it is very little, but what I do like about it is that it gives the appearance that someone's put effort into
Yes.
how they look. And that's always good to see that people care about how they look and that they, take care of themselves and stuff like that. So that's good. It looks clean and there's that, but it's not an attractive look for a beard. Or
There we
facial
go.
Hair.
No.
It accentuates the wrong part of the chin.
There we go.
We don't want to see that part.
That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Dusty's
Sorry,
the only,
guys.
Dusty's the only one that thinks it looks good.
That Trev's all in on it. A bunch of people are in on that one, and there's a stigma for a reason, and we're here to keep it. On the Hangout, we're here to keep the stigma going, and in fact, we're trying
Certain
to grow the
stigmas
stigma.
matter.
Exactly.
If you support it, you should have a chin strap. It's that simple.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Trev, where's your chin strap?
And then it's like, you see the person, you're like, enough said.
Including Dusty.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, no.
yeah, you bunched yourself in on that
I
one.
guess I have two friends here. That's it.
Well, three. You got Jay still.
That's true. Yeah.
Jay.
What's his stance on the strap?
I think he defends the chin strap, but I don't think he'd ever grow a chin strap.
No, I don't think he would either.
I don't think April likes facial hair. I think he has talked about that
He's
before.
got to keep it clean.
Yeah, I think that's what.
I mean, yeah, it's offensive. Like, it's very coarse and rough. Like, it doesn't feel, it's not nice. I'm with her on that. I'm with no facial hair.
You're
My
no
husband
facial
has a
hair.
huge beard. Yeah.
That works
A
out well.
huge beard.
Okay, I got to end some of these messages. I also won't allow any support of chin straps in our nasty chat. That
Get
is,
out of here.
this is a full. No,
Full stop.
Full stop. This is the one show on EST that we just don't do this. This is the EST Hangout is presented by Sentinel Storage, Canada's storage experts, more than 2 decades helping Canadians through life transition. Canadian storage provider for the latest deals and to find convenient locations nearest you. Check them out, sentinel.ca. I'm not in green today. You're not in green today. You have green today. Is that a big faux pas nowadays? To
I
not wear
got
the green?
heckled by my 12-year-old this morning.
Why?
He wanted to pinch me,
But you have green.
but I wasn't at the time. So
Oh.
he made me change. He head to toe green. No matching greens. Head to toe green. Green, like, like cargo pants kind
Okay.
of. Green shade. Then he's got this, like Lucky Charms leprechaun, rainbow, shamrock, bright green shirt. And then he's got like this cool, it's actually like a shirt that we'll take to Mexico that he can wear to the resort dinner. It's really nice. It's like white and green striped. And then he's got a green, like your Edmonton EST hats that those guys are wearing? Just like that. Green brim, white top. He's head to toe green.
Nice.
Yeah. And I heard about it. You can't go on YouTube, Mom, on St. Patrick's Day and not wear green. And I was like, you're right, but I guess
I guess you can because
guess
you and
you
I are
can.
doing
And
it.
I have a lot of green. I wore a green cardigan yesterday. I mixed up the days. You know what? I'll be honest. I didn't even remember until I was driving in and the boys were talking about it on the show.
Me too.
Yeah.
That's when I put my jacket's green.
Okay.
So I might have
Go
to
put
wear
it
my
on.
jacket all day.
Yeah.
It'll be very warm. It's going to be like to 10 degrees. So I don't really want to do that today.
no.
But I
think I have kids. Like, I don't know if you guys have kids, but my kids are 12 and 14. And so my 14-year-old, she did wear green, but she's like, oh, that's just because this is what I was going to wear today.
oh,
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but my son's all in. He's in grade 6. Like all the
Yeah.
kids at the elementary school, like if you're in any profession, I think where there's kids involved, you're all in on it. But I don't know. I think it maybe is over for everybody else. Unless you're
Yeah.
Irish, I'm not sure.
You just want the green beers, I think, to a degree.
So is it like party time today?
I don't know. We were talking.
Or was it over the
apparently,
weekend?
kids these days, older than your kids,
Yeah.
like the young adults type thing, they do it on the weekend and they don't do it on the Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
So
St.
it's like
Patty's Day is moved to like what's the weekend near St. Patty's
it's like
Day?
Yeah.
Halloween, where if it's in the middle of the week, we get 2 celebrations.
Yes, but they don't like celebrating today as much.
What
They're
is
not
today?
taking
Whereas like
advantage
our
of the
generation, it's like it's happening now.
Yeah.
Yes, it's like, hey, you got the weekend. We're going to go do it. Also, St. Patty's Day is a Tuesday. Awesome. We're going to go drink some green beers today.
Let's go.
Because like all the Irish pubs, at least when we used to go out, they would open on this day, like extra early,
Now.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if that still happens. If,
I
if
doubt
there's
it.
enough people that go party on a Tuesday morning.
No, apparently it's midterms.
Oh, wow.
Something. That's what somebody, Alicia texted in last week when we were talking about this, and she said it's midterms right now or something. And kids,
Midterms, isn't it end terms? Isn't we at the end of school?
No, no, it'd be mid.
I guess it's it's
Yeah.
only March.
I don't know.
Spring
We're not
break.
at the end yet. I've moved on.
Yeah.
It's summer to me. Like tomorrow I'm gone, and then I'm coming back and it's summer. In
I hope
11
you're
days.
right. It is like 11 days is a long time, but there's a chance that 11 days isn't long enough for Edmonton to jump into that.
get that far.
But I like that positivity.
Thank you.
But yeah, apparently the kids don't like party, like they don't do that extra partying.
I don't know that a lot of kids, as we're calling them, do a lot of partying anyway.
That's the other thing to this. Apparently they don't like drinking as much or going out
Which is
too much.
you know,
It's not a bad thing.
No,
Yeah,
of course
healthy.
not. It's not like, hey, go party more.
You need to get drunk
All
on a
the
Tuesday
stigmas
night.
today.
How dare you not get drunk on a Tuesday night? What are we doing here? No. So it's yeah, but that's the apparently thing. It's not the biggest day as much here. Although Druid, which is just recently reopened, which is a great spot by the way.
Yeah, I got to check it out.
They're going to be busy tonight because it is an Oiler game tonight. You nervous about Oilers?
Nervous? No.
Are you? You're nervous
Yes, I am.
for tonight's game or just in general?
In general, the momentum is not there. And like in the past 2 seasons when they've had such a slow start as they have, the momentum is already here. It's like, we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. But this year, are you sure we're going to be fine? I'm not.
No, that's a good way of putting it. And I think after the Dallas loss, it's just, I think a lot of us accepted that this is just the Oilers this year. Win 2, lose 2, kind of back and forth, roller coaster. And hopefully they find their groove in the playoffs. But for tonight, I'm not nervous. I think they'll win tonight. But going
No Leon.
yeah, I think they'll be able to survive without Leon. They got enough. They got depth. I think they're fine. I think they know they can't. I mean, it's close, but I still think they're safe though.
You're speaking so logically. Yeah, they have depth, but they've had depth the whole season.
That's a
they
good
have
point,
some of
yeah.
the best hockey players in the league.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. It's just, again, it's defensively where they lack. Goaltending's been a question mark. Listen, I know Connor Ingram's been, a lot of people think he's been great, but if you look at his last 10 games, like the save percentages doesn't kind of match what we're saying, right? Like, I think in his last 10 games, 2 games under 800 save percentage, 3 over 9, and then the rest are all in that 800 range. So is that good? Or is he just
Based
making the
on
big
this
saves?
NHL, though, there's a lot of goalies that are in that
Yes.
sub 900 this season.
100%. So is he just making the big saves that you weren't getting from Jari and Skinner and Pickard? Is that the difference? Because
Is
if
he
we're
taking
going
too many shots?
that too, right?
Like it's the guys in front of the net too. Like you gotta get the puck out of the zone, man.
That's
Can't be sitting there.
and that's what they struggle with a lot is getting that puck out of the zone, breaking up the cycle. So yeah, it's a weird year, but I know, Maddie, you've said since day one that you're not worried they're going to the playoffs. I think I'm with you right now on that. I think they're going to, just because the West is so bad.
Well, so there's 2 things I look at in the West. One, by the way, so tonight's game is important because the Sharks have 3 games in hand on the Oilers,
wow.
but the Sharks are only 5 points back. So if they win tonight, they're 3 points back, and they still have 3 games in hand. But also, if you look at like the last 10 games of all these teams in the West, the Golden Knights are 4-6 in their last 10. The Oilers 5-4-1. Utah 5-3-2. Seattle 4-6.
Really?
LA 5-4-1. San Jose 5-3-2. Like no one's like, I'm
one's
going to take
great.
one of these playoff
Yeah.
spots. It's time to buckle down and grab one of these. None of them are doing that. And one, it keeps everything tight. No one wants to run away from it. But it's also like, well, are any of these like you need 2 teams to pass? Well, in the theory, with Utah's ahead of the Oilers right now, but 3 teams to be ahead of the Oilers.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
It's tough.
Not when you have McDavid and you have Draisaitl only comes back. You have these players. It's hard to see that
Yeah.
that's not what's going to happen.
Go ahead.
They're gonna make the playoffs. I believe they are, and maybe I'm just going into another brink of the playoffs where I just believe, and then I'm so disappointed. Like we were talking about before the show started. Like, man, is it hard to be a fan these past few years in Edmonton, in Canada? But I do believe they're gonna make it. To answer your question,
Do you think they have the potential to go far though?
no.
Yeah.
No, I'm with
See, and
you.
I don't think that was something that would
Like
have been
second
said.
round, maybe.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like first round, they'll look okay. I think they'll struggle. Second round, I think they're gonna get crushed.
I think
I don't think they have the stamina this year.
I think Reed Wilkins said it too. He goes, "This is probably the worst team in their contender
This cup window.
Do you know what I mean? Like last year they were better. The year before they were better. Not saying they're a bad team. Just saying this is probably of all the great teams they've had in the last 4 years, this is probably the least impressive team. But the good thing I think is with Draisaitl hurt is because we seen it when McDavid gets hurt, and we saw it this year a bit for 2 games when Draisaitl took his leave. The team kind of buckles down, right? Because now they don't have that option of going McDavid, Draisaitl all the time. So you have to depend on your other players. So I think this is it's not a good thing when you're missing Draisaitl, but this might be a blessing in disguise that's saying like they're going to buckle down defensively and win games that way. And that might be good for the team.
We said that last year too.
Yeah.
Because McDavid and Draisaitl both were out around this time.
Oh yeah. Ekholm was out.
Yeah.
They had
And
a bunch
did
of
they all not come back like 80% recovered? Because they feel that urgency, and I worry that that's going to happen again with Draisaitl. He's going to
Come back a
have
little
that
too soon.
I'm good mentality, and then not be 100.
Except he's the best when he's not 100.
Yeah.
he
That's the
kinda is.
scary
He
thing
kinda
with him,
is.
though.
And he's never
got some
hurt,
grit.
right? Like he's
He's never hurt out of the lineup.
no.
He seems to always be hurt.
Yeah,
But
sure.
he's playing
Hurting.
through it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
the Mikey Anderson slew foot from a couple years ago in the playoffs when he had the sprained ankle or whatever it was. He went off that year on a half ankle and whatever it is. So he's the type of guy, like for him to be out of the lineup, he's really hurt.
Has
I
this
would say
injury
right
been
now.
declared?
No.
Do we know exactly what it is?
I think so.
I don't think they're going to say it. They'll probably say lower upper at
Yeah.
this point in the season.
Does NHL have like injury reports or anything like that?
There's so many.
Edmonton Oilers.
I'm
It
gonna
is
assume it's
lower
a s-
body. Yeah, here's the Oilers. This is a great injury report. Leon Draisaitl is a lower body. Emerson undisclosed. Doc undisclosed. Janmark undisclosed. Lazar undisclosed.
Thanks. Yeah.
Great
It's that
report.
time of year, though, right? Yeah.
Well, it's also
especially
just
with the-
hockey.
Yeah. it's,
Yeah.
And then you compare that to like football, and you have
You know exactly
ankle,
the injury, what degree tear everyone has. Yeah.
It's just known. Which, by the way, speaking of football, I quickly got to get this out there. Denver Broncos are set to acquire Jalen Waddle from the Miami Dolphins for a first, third. Jalen Waddle and the Dolphins fourth for the first, third, and a fourth.
Wow.
So the Dolphins just clearing things out.
Complete.
Waddle gone, Tua
reconstruction.
gone. They're going to Denver. Bo Nix gets a number one receiver to add to that team. So I'm sure Bronco Nick's going to be pretty happy with that
Wow.
one. But that's a big NFL trade today. Unless they're like my Baltimore Ravens and they nix that
Nix
trade
the
in a
trade.
couple days.
Do you have a preference for the Oilers' first round matchup? Like, is there a team you think the Oilers can, not just for excitement, but a team that the Oilers can beat?
No, I don't have a preference, but I will say I have someone that I don't ever want to see them play against, and that's the Panthers.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Anything to avoid a Panthers matchup, because if I have to watch Connor McDavid lose to another thing, to a Kachuk, I'm quitting watching the sport entirely.
Well, good news is that won't happen again this year
Yeah.
because they won't make the playoffs.
Yeah.
So that's the good news.
Do they get a pass, though, right?
Who, the Panthers?
Yeah. For missing the playoffs. Like 3 straight
You
finals.
have 3 straight years you're in the finals. You won the Cup 2 years.
No forgiveness. No, when you have that kind of attitude coming off your bench.
Barkov not there this season.
Yeah.
And Kachuk wasn't there till December. They get a complete pass.
Yeah.
We see what they are next year. But if they get to a slow start next year,
Yeah.
maybe they're done, which would be great.
Like their players are they're probably angry they're not going to be in the postseason, but I'm sure deep down inside they're like, an extra 2 months off.
I think that's almost this could be the scariest thing for the National Hockey League.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they're going to be rested.
Yes. Healthy,
well
ready to
rested.
go. Next season,
Yeah.
they're going to come in and be like, we're going to take back our cup. We're
back.
ready to roll. That's the only scary part that I have. They could get all their partying out of their system. Kachuk could go and celebrate his gold medal a little more because they haven't done
more than
enough
he
of
already
that.
has.
So they could go even further into that one. And then they could get going for next year. But they would, it really comes down to, did they sign Bobrovsky?
Yeah.
Because if they don't, I don't know who their goalie is then. And we know here in Edmonton that goaltending is kind of important when it comes to trying to win a Stanley
It's a
Cup.
key
or not.
element, keeping pucks out of the net,
Yeah.
some would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I'm fatigued. I think I'm like a lot of fans where I'm just tired. I don't want to watch them go into another playoffs and lose. And maybe I sound like a baby, but it's so much time to invest. It's so many beers to drink. It's so many chicken wings to eat to go that far. So I'm just like, I don't know, guys.
So
Do I have it in me?
Well, I mean,
that's the thing. Do we want him to go?
Do I even want it?
We want him in the
Yeah.
playoffs because it's great in the
Yes.
city. But do we want him just if you're not going to go all the way, just be out right away and end it, and that way we can go on with our summers? Or do you want him? Do you still want him to go as far as they can?
Yeah.
well, there's a part I'm fascinated. If the others get knocked out in the first or second round, will there be anger, or will there be people going,
Thank God.
like
Thank God we didn't have to do
like,
that again.
That's cool. Next year,
Yeah.
we've got next year. Next year, go do it.
Take a break, boys.
They need the rest.
Yeah.
Like, is that the narrative we're going with? The boys need a rest. The boys need their summer off. The boys need. Was there no weddings this year?
I don't know.
I don't think
anyone's
Connor's
getting
married. Leon's married. So is there any other marriages going? I think they're clear from bachelor weekends
Yeah.
and the wedding weekends and all that. Like, it's just their summer.
And it's going to do them well too, to get some rest after 2 years, right? And
That's the thing.
like imagine this is crazy to say, but the fans, I was doing pre and post, we were like fans and media were exhausted.
Oh, I bet.
Can you imagine those guys?
No.
Like
No.
seriously.
No, I can't. And then you have to come back and do it again. And then get all this scrutiny. Like, who the hell am I to talk about whether or not I think the Oilers should go sit in the playoffs? It's like, it's a lot of scrutiny and it's a lot of pressure. And, they do have this city on their shoulders because, we do need to win so bad. It's almost the country, really. Like, when they're the only Canadian team in the playoffs, they've got Canada on their shoulders. And they just had Canada on their shoulders, a lot of them. So
Do you buy into that the Oilers are Canada's team that or they're the team everyone jumps on board? Because will you cheer for any Canadian team if they're the last one remaining?
I will not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there
So
any
I don't-
Canadian team you would cheer for?
You can't.
Because there's two I would have no problem cheering for.
Oh God, who is it?
Winnipeg and Ottawa.
Yeah.
Okay, there.
Because who hates on
I was
Winnipeg or
gonna say
Ottawa?
Ottawa for sure.
Because like, who cares?
Yeah, Winnipeg is,
They're just there. They don't have anything else.
I guess, but
You're a
not the
Riders
Flames.
fan. So
Not
like
the
their
Flames.
Bombers can't even win Grey Cups
Yeah,
in the last
no,
little
not
bit.
the Flames
that's
and not
true.
the Leafs.
Yeah.
Can't do.
I
Can't
can't do
get
the Canucks.
No.
Their fans are too annoying.
You can't do Calgary. Toronto.
I guess Montreal I don't have an issues with, like complete issues
yeah,
with.
I don't either.
I would cheer for Montreal. I would cheer for Ottawa. I would probably cheer for Winnipeg. And I would cheer for whoever the Leafs were playing against
Oh.
and whoever the Flames were playing against.
Max Bezozu. Okay, quickly. Norm and a combine and a casino dealer Jay do agree that this might not, agree with Laurie. I'm tired of the heartbreaks and all of that. Max Bezozu says, I used to like Ottawa. Now I don't want Brady to win. Which
good
is a
point.
great point. Another Kachuk brother.
That is such a
I
good point.
do not want Ottawa to win either.
Yeah.
Thank you, Max Bezozu.
You just want Edmonton to be the next Canadian team to win because it's been so long, right? Like you want Edmonton, and everybody keeps bringing up, well, you've had Leon and McDavid for 10, 11 years, and you still haven't won. It took Ovi, over, I think, almost 12, 13 years.
It was a long time.
So I'm still not concerned.
Yzerman was a long time.
Long time. I think Yzerman was 14 years before he won.
Really?
Yeah.
The other part is there's just more hockey teams too now. Like
That
then,
too.
and we
Oh,
keep
of
growing.
course,
Like we're
yeah.
growing and all. We're going to get to 36 teams.
And the parity. So I'll ask, like Colorado's the favorite right now for the Stanley Cup. If you guys had to pick another team, who do you think's the other favorite? Because there's so much parity now.
Dallas Stars.
You think the Dallas Stars?
I think this is their year.
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay you can't count out because they got the goalie and they got the great coach, but they're also older. Can they go through 4 rounds?
Yeah.
Buffalo's too new,
Yeah.
and I have no
But-
beliefs in the Carolina Hurricanes.
No, they can
I'm
never
with
get
you
it
there.
there.
Buffalo's too new, but they've got energy.
It's true.
And they've got
They're
they've got
riding
that
this wave.
underdog
Yeah.
stigma or whatever you want to call it. They've
They're
got
on
that.
house money.
That's right. That's
If
right.
they get to the playoffs, lose in the first round, everyone's gonna be like, "You finally got
We
back to the
knew it.
playoffs. We're back in the playoffs.
Well,
Like, this is great."
Yeah.
You go on a run, it's just all gravy. Mm-hmm. I
don't think you should count them out just yet.
It's just not having playoff experience always concerns me.
That's true. That's a good point.
That's the one part
Yeah.
where I just go, if they get through a first round easily, then it'll be like, okay, now they're a team to be scared of.
And they've been playing 'cause from December when they fired Kevin Adams, they went on this run. Like they've been playing like high intensity hockey.
Yeah.
Are they going to have a little bit of a downer once they get there? Like the first game in Buffalo is going to be unreal.
Yeah.
But will it get to them, right? Because they're already playing. They had to play such good hockey just to get back in it, right? So
I have a question about playoff experience. Like you say, it seems like when you watch a regular season game, it's a regular season game, and sometimes the games are really good, and you'll hear people say this looks like a playoff game, and then you go to the playoffs and it's just different. What is that? And why?
What is that energy?
What is it? The energy? Is it the skill? Is it how they're playing? What is it about when you look at a playoff game and you know it's a playoff game? And it's just like the game is just, now it's up here. Is it stakes? Is it energy? Is it, what is that?
I think there's a few things. One is I think the players, it's impossible to ask a player to give 82 games 100% all year.
Yeah.
It's impossible to ask that. I know people want them to give it their all every game. It's just not going to happen. There are going to be nights that you don't have it. I think when you get to the playoffs, those players do try to give everything they have every single night because there may not be a next series. There may not be a next day, next game and all that. So you have to give it all. It's just, there's just that hyper intense focus on every hit matters. It could change the energy. Every shot, it could just change a game. I don't know fully everything else though with baseball. Just the fans know. So the fans show like Rogers Place is rather quiet during the regular season. Playoffs, it is not.
It isn't.
yeah,
So that right there gives the players like you just get that vibe going that this is the playoffs, and everyone is giving it their all. Fans, players. I don't know if the media is giving it their all. I don't know if I'll put us in that category for that one. But so those are a couple of things. I don't know. You, Hernan, do you have anything?
I agree with you in the stakes part. I just think it's like, hey, like we got to win 4 games and then we keep moving on. And that's the goal, right? Because like you said, 82 games, that mid game in January when it's minus 30 against the Blue Jackets, it's probably hard to get up for.
No back-to-backs. You're
Yeah.
not dealing with, we got 2 games in 2 nights. You know that it's generally game, day off, game, day off.
Yeah, and
so
every
forth.
shift matters. You got to hone in on the details. Like it's just the goal is 4 wins every series, and I think you're so laser focused and want to win so bad that and like you said, I think for them it's kind of like this is do or die. Like in game 55, if we lose, who cares? We're playing another 30 games, so we can turn this around. You go down. Well, the Oilers were down 2-0 last year, so that's a bad example. But they came back. But I think it's just that the stakes are so high that ramps it up. Yeah.
But, Byfield doesn't clear that puck. Change that entire series. The Oilers come back, win that hockey game, and then they go win the series against the LA Kings. The LA Kings go up 3-1 in that series. It's over.
Yeah.
But one play you could point to and go, the Kings kind of lost that series at that moment. And you don't want to be the reason for that. Somebody else is also saying it's the refs putting the whistle away a little bit more.
Well, that's a good point.
That's a great point.
So even there, you just know that it's just a different game.
Yeah.
It's not the same game as you're seeing in the regular season.
Talking about people who can change the outcome of a game.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
Which I hate.
Jim Hiller blew that series too on that awful
He did.
challenge, right? It was that play and then the, like you mentioned, the Byfield play. Those 2 moments.
Yeah, the challenging of that goal.
Yeah, it changed the whole.
Oilers go right on the power play. They score immediately. Tails also said everyone's selling out to block shots, hit, etc.
Yeah.
So that's just the effort. Like you see it from everyone.
All of a sudden, the Oilers become this great defensive team. And you're like, where was that?
Yes.
Hey, wait a
In
minute.
82
That's
games.
sometimes I get a little frustrated. I'm watching. I'm like, why the hell you wouldn't have to play so hard right now if you played a little bit like that in the season.
Which is why, you could see the Oilers still going to run to win the Stanley Cup this year.
The fact is, you still have to win 4 games, like you say. Like no matter how hard you
Yeah.
play, even if you finish first, you still have to win 4 games in round 1. You still have to
Yeah.
win 4 games in round 2.
It's a brand new series.
Yeah.
It's a brand new season. And everything that happened in the 82 prior doesn't matter anymore outside
Yeah.
of health.
Really.
And it's then this series. The next series don't matter. When you get there, the last series doesn't matter. It's this new series.
And last year was like just the way they came back, and then they rolled through Vegas, they rolled through Dallas. Like I just thought it was their year. Like
They had a 2-1 series lead.
when they went into Florida, I was like, "There's no way they're losing.
No way.
There's no way." Like in my mind, I would have bet everything.
I don't even
own.
think Florida thought they were going to win that.
I was
be
like, "This
honest.
is the Oilers' year. We're gonna be celebrating. It's gonna be amazing." And then, well, we all know what happened.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everyone. let's open up some old wounds and
We got to talk
Relive
through it,
all of
man.
that
We got to
stuff.
talk through it.
no, yeah, it'd just be an interesting one because if these playoffs, I'll just be fascinated how the fans react if they fall short. But there's also I think they're conference finalists if they go through the Pacific. Pacific's just too weak.
I think I said at the start of the season, second round. There's just something off.
You
about
think they're
this
going to
team.
lose to the Ducks, the Golden Knights, or the Mammoth? Who scares you the most of those 3?
Probably the Ducks. They got a mixture of veteran guys like Kreider. They got Radko. They got now they got John Carlson with a mix of young players that sometimes those young players just don't care. Like they throw everything out the window. We're on the ice. Let's go toe to toe. Respect's out the window, and they got a hell of a team. Young, if they can stay healthy though. And you mentioned it, I think, a few weeks ago. Their coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's a game changer.
I don't like him as a person.
No, of course not.
But
talking
You
about
don't have
just
to.
No, I won't.
No.
But
But
as a
like-
hockey coach,
Yeah.
purely,
of course, yeah,
he is one of the
Respect.
best we've ever seen.
yeah,
And that's the part that would scare me with the Ducks is him going up against you, matching up.
yeah. The
How's he
Kings-
going to do? Because would have he been part of the Blackhawks in the bubble? Or had everything with Calby tried to come out and was he
think
let
he
go?
was gone. It was the young coach they had, was it not? That they fired a couple of years ago. I think it was.
What year is that? So the bubble would have been 2020, 6 years ago. Jeez.
Oh, yay! More things
Yeah,
to bring me up.
Just bringing on the mood. Yep.
yeah. Because the Kings don't scare me, and the Vegas is very similar to the Oilers. I think where there's something off about them this year.
I
They're
agree.
not the same team.
Which team?
Sorry, the
Vegas.
Golden Knights.
No, I think we're starting to see the decline in the Vegas Golden Knights over the next couple of years. And
Yeah.
can they get back up there? And I don't know if they'll be able to because they have no draft picks, no prospects. Where's Chicago? Here's Chicago. Oh, wait, I'm looking for Joel Quenneville. He's 67 already? Jeez. Guess he's been around for...
You're
For those
welcome.
listening on the audio stream, Lori did the 6'7" thing. Clearly has a 12 and a
I have a
14-year-old.
14-year-old. Yeah.
He served with the Blackhawks till 2018.
Yeah.
It was all the way in 2018. Oh, right, because he was gone. He was in Florida.
Yeah.
I completely forgot about the Florida situation, that he went to Florida when all that stuff came down. Oh, man. I'm losing my mind now. That's great.
Welcome to the dark side.
Thank you. I don't know if I like it,
You won't.
but
But here you are.
I'm here. I am here.
Here you are.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in to the Hangout. By the way, GCL Diesel Ulster and pre- and post-game shows tonight. Tommy, Benny, I don't know who's on, whether it's Belsey or a Gager.
Yeah.
6 o'clock right here at Edmonton Sports Talk. Tommy, then Benny will get you set for Oilers and Sharks. Reminder, we got Lock Shop coming up at 11. We've got EST afternoons at 1. And in between there, it is 2 guys and a goalie, but 1 guy and a goalie edition. And for those listening on the Lock Shop, I have sent Haas my Champions League picks for today. I will quickly throw them out there. Champions League parlay, Real Madrid plus 1.5, Arsenal to win, PSG Chelsea over 3.5 goals. We'll see how that is. I got to get that over to the people at Play Alberta to get that as an EST special as well, which we will do. Sure, I will do after this show. But that's my Champions League pick. Haas has them though for the Lock Shop. If Duck Dad's listening or anyone else is listening, that your thoughts on that, because I'm willing to make some changes if you need to. So again, it was Real Madrid plus 1.5, Arsenal to win, PSG Chelsea over 3.5 goals. I know you don't follow Champions League that closely. Are you a soccer person at all?
I am not a soccer person at all. I'm in this camp. We're not following.
Well, he's a
Champions
soccer
League.
fan.
I play
Just doesn't follow
soccer, but
closely.
yeah, I don't follow like the club. I like the World Cup. Like I think that's great soccer, but yeah, I don't follow the seasons too much. It's just too much.
It's too much.
Yeah.
Your neph's not getting into your ear about Real Madrid?
Oh, he did. I saw him the other day. Yeah. He was pretty happy. They played today.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're up 3-0.
Oh, okay. They should wrap that up then.
Right, but then how do you bet that? That's the tough part on the second leg of Champions League.
To win.
You think Real Madrid's going to go to City and win? They're up 3-0
Why not?
because they don't need to win. They just need to not give up 4 goals.
Yeah, but I don't think it's in their DNA to sit back.
No, but they're also on the road.
Yeah.
It's always hard to play on the road.
That's the thing about soccer. Like home and away really matters.
It does.
And it impacts the game.
We also have Bodo Glimt playing today at 11:45.
Bodo Glimp.
Bodo Glimt. They
Is
are.
that a name?
It's Bodo, I think it is, or is it Glimt? It is Bodo. It is a town in Norway.
Oh, I'm like, what are these words?
Good thing we don't have any Norwegian fans that I know. At least I don't think that we will have just offended. They are one of the best sports stories you will find right now. They're
Okay.
a small little club that has knocked off big teams in Europe and is beating them.
Sweet.
So they are continually, they're up 3-1, I think, or they up 3-0 too. They're up big, but they've gone against, like, I don't know, what would be the best way to describe it? It would be like I don't know, like, it would be like a European team somewhere coming to the NHL beating the Oilers and beating the Avalanche, beating the Wild in a season.
Wow.
So it is a fun little story. They get going at 11:45. So big baptized, big you. Bodo Glimt, woo! So stay tuned for that
Okay.
one. You're into the other football, Lori.
Yes. Yes, I am. Big
You're
time. All in.
Rider fan, Bengals fan,
Yeah.
also flag football fan.
Big flag football fan.
So I got to make sure I get the text up right because I don't want to pronounce it. Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football is what you're with.
Yeah.
Big news this year for you guys is you have an all-girls division.
That's right. It's huge.
How many teams? Because you're fully booked up for it.
Yeah. So our season's going to kick off. We've got 600 kids.
Wow.
We've got 58 teams. And I've got 4. My all-girls division is going to kick off with 4 teams this year.
Nice.
So we're starting small, but every year it's grown. So in our first year, we had girls playing on co-ed teams. And then last year we had 2 all-girls teams who played against co-ed teams. And then now this year we've got the all-girls division. So you can see, like on paper, the momentum is just growing and growing and growing. And you can see it at the grassroots level, and then you can see it, like even at the collegiate level. I don't know if you guys pay any attention, but the NCAA announced flag football is on the emerging sports for women
Oh, did it?
list, and they're tossing out scholarships for girls to go play flag football in school.
That's
Nebraska handed out a bunch of scholarships already this year. They were the first. So I'm like, it's amazing to see it right in front of your eyes. Like I'm at the forefront of it, so I can see it, but I can also, you know, go on Instagram and see that the momentum is there as well.
Is there a shift like because flag football obviously it's better for the kids in terms of injuries, head injuries, and all that. Are you seeing a shift that kids are moving more to flag football than traditional football?
Yeah, I think so, and I mean, like, and rightfully so. You can't play football all year. You can't get hit in the head. You can't get hit all year long. So if you want to stay in football, this is the best way to stay in your sport year round without having to worry about getting hit. And we're also seeing kids start way younger.
Oh, okay.
Because you don't want your 5-year-old to start. You know, you don't want them to take in tackles already at 5 years old, but you can go play flag football at 5 years old. So the level of entries opened up huge for people getting into the sport, and I think that's part of the reason why it's growing at such a level that it is. Adults are loving it, but also the availability for entry is so much easier at a younger age to get kids involved in the game of football. So I think this is great for football. Like overall.
How long have you been part of it?
This is our 3rd season.
So this is you. And so you're from the start of it.
Yeah, we started.
When
it.
does your season run?
So this year we're expanding. Okay. So primarily we're a spring season. So we have an 8-week season, May and June.
Okay.
And that's it. But this year we're going to do fall.
Okay.
And, you know, when the facilities allow, we'll get into winter as well.
So is it like kind of like the soccer community here where it's, do you have divisions and every day of the week it's like a different division? Like how do you guys schedule your games? And
all the games are on the same day.
Oh, okay.
So this is what's great about our league. Same field, same day, pretty much same time.
Oh, okay.
So you can practice. All the practices are team dependent. So you get your coach and it's like you got 10 kids on the team, 10, 12 kids on the team. They're small rosters. So that's nice too. And then the coach arranges the practice. And then every Saturday you come to the field and you play at the same place. So it's really convenient for families. I think that's what people like about it. Families specifically. Like
not driving.
You don't have to
around.
worry about where you got to be. You don't have to figure out how long it's going to take you to get to X field. You go to the same place.
Did you go to Elks Fan Day last year? Were you there?
Last year, no, I didn't.
No, okay. Because it's happening right next to where the youth one was. So it's an easy spot to get to out in Sherwood Park. Is there anything like is there one in Edmonton or anything, or is this the biggest one like what you got for the area?
No, there's many places to play flag football. What makes us unique is that we exclusively offer 5v5. And we're an NFL flag league. So kids get to wear the NFL jerseys and they get to rep the NFL brand. So that's really attractive for people. Like NFL's huge. So, but there's other places to play. So you can play for Capital District Minor Football Association. And then there's another NFL flag league in Edmonton. It's called YEG Flag or the Northern Alberta Flag Football Association.
What's different from 5v5? What other way?
7v7.
And why is 5v5 better? Or is it?
It's what the Olympics are playing. Like so flag
Olympics
football's
are
gonna
5x5?
Yeah, the Olympics are coming in 2028. So we're going to see flag at the Olympics. And it's a 5v5 format. And that's just the direction that flag football is going. There's a place to play 7v7 for sure, but the momentum is in 5v5.
So it's quarterback, 4 receivers? Is that pretty much?
Yeah, center, 3 receivers, quarterback, yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then on the defense, you've got like a rusher. You've got your corners and a safety or 2. But now we're seeing a shift to the international rule book, the IFAF rule
Great
book.
acronym.
Yeah. So it's kind of changing the way the game's played a little bit. So here in Canada, and even with NFL flag, there's all these modifications to the rule book. It's like, you know, how Canada's different from the NFL. You've got different downs, stuff like that.
NBA versus FIBA rules. There's different.
There's different variations. But what Football Canada did this year is for all of their national events, they decided to adopt the international rule book because that's what people are going to be playing in the Olympics. And we want to see our Canadian athletes go all the way to the Olympics. Like we want to see people on that stage. And our Canadian national team is awesome. They're really good.
Paul Opley's running that program.
So you run the league in Sherwood Park. Now, this might be a dumb question, but is it like can kids from Southwest go play in the Sherwood Park League?
Yeah. So because there's already an NFL flag league in Edmonton, respect, I don't advertise in Edmonton.
Okay.
But I'm not going to say no to anybody who wants to come play wherever they want to play. Same as if you want to play in Edmonton versus when you live in Sherwood Park.
Okay.
You don't have to play for my league. Go to the CDMFA. Go to NAFA.
There's not regional blocks.
No.
That
I
says
just
you have to go to this
respectfully
one.
advertise for my league in
yeah,
Sherwood Park. Yeah.
So, okay, how do you rush the quarterback? Is there a time? What are the rules?
So
Because I remember, like, do you remember? Did you play in? Like,
yeah.
You'd have. We'd always have like a count or something. You count like 3
You have to
Mississippi's
wait 3
or
or
something,
5.
No.
Yeah.
and then you could rush.
as
So
soon as
what's
that ball snaps, you go. You got to be 7 yards back. So there's 2 ways. They use beanbags to mark the field. So wherever the line of scrimmage is, 7 yards away is where the rusher can rush from.
okay?
And with the new rules, the international rules, you have to declare that you're going to be the rusher. So you put your hand up over your head, and every single part of your body has to be behind the 7-yard line. And when you do that, that gives you a free path, a clear path. So no one can interfere with you. Otherwise, that's a penalty.
And no one else could rush.
You can have up to 2.
So you could have 2 rushers. No one else could run unless they crossed the line of scrimmage. Then everyone could
But yeah,
attack.
so fakes and handoffs also cancel the rule. Everybody can cross the line of scrimmage after a fake or a handoff is made.
okay.
Yeah. So you can, in theory, you could be 1 yard off the center, and the quarterback takes the ball and hands it off. And if
And
you're
you
the
could just
DB
attack.
who's right there, you're on it, and you just pull the flag, and it's easy.
So 7 yards back, and then they
That's a
get,
good rush. Like that's a good
then they-
distance.
So the quarterback's got to be quick. Like
Well, the
just-
quarterback has to be quick, but also you need a good snapper because you need to be, 7-10 yards behind your center. And then you have to have a good arm because
Yeah.
you get people 20-30 yards down the field into the end zone.
How
That's
big are fields? Approximately.
the international rules are 70 by 25 with 2 10-yard
Okay.
end zones. So it's a 25. So you start at the 5, your own 5. It's 20 yards to half and then 25 yards to score. And the new rules, it's a 4-down format.
4 down, but so you only could get like 2 first down, or you can only get
Yeah,
1 first down and a
essentially. A
touchdown.
first down and
There's
then a
no
score.
multiple first downs or anything like that.
No.
Because I'm fascinated by this, by the Olympics. The NFL is all in on it. The CFL has said that they'll allow players to go if needed.
in the U.S., like I don't know if it's a league, but there's some crazy highlights from their crazy catches.
Which is why I hope they actually bring a bunch of NFLers.
Yeah, it's great.
Well, the
Because
rule
maybe
is,
the NFLers won't know how to play that game.
well, okay, so let's pin mark that.
'Kay.
But the rule is for the NFL is that 1 player per team can represent at the Olympics.
Oh.
So like for
Per
my
NFL
Bengals,
team.
per NFL team, for my Bengals, do you send Jamar Chase or do you send Joe Burrow?
But they'd only have 1 American team.
Right.
So they can
No,
only have
2. Host City gets 2.
Of course, let's give everything to America. Let's make sure they have a great
more
time.
handouts.
So there'll be like 8 teams or whatever that maybe don't have an NFLer there,
Yeah.
but they don't know how to play.
Yeah. So Tom Brady's got a huge stake in flag football right now. Actually.
Oh, actually,
I don't know if you heard about this,
It's
but
the Saudi
Fanatics
Arabian League.
is putting on a tournament. It's coming up on the 21st of March. And Tom Brady's going to be in it, Jaden Daniels, Joe Burrow, some other pros. So there's 2 pro teams, and they're playing against Team USA. And it's a 3-team tournament. It's on this weekend. I really hope it's going to be available to watch in Mexico.
Oh, I'm sure. Oh,
Yeah.
no, I was about to say, I think, but when I was there, I remember I had ESPN, but I had their ESPN, like Mexican
It's
ESPN,
different. It's
not
like the Ocho.
US.
That's all they
Yeah, it's
ESPN Deportes.
yeah. There's
Yeah,
a lot
I
of
don't know if we're
soccer,
gonna be
a
able
lot
to
of
see it,
Mexican soccer league discussion.
Oh yeah.
So anyway, that's going to be really interesting to watch and just to see how the guys who've come up in the flag football world stack up against the guys who
Aren't in that world, but no
world.
football
Yeah.
at the
But
best,
I mean,
at the
like,
highest
the
level.
NFL's been pushing this for so long.
Yeah.
Right? The Pro Bowl's a flag game now, and I know a lot of people don't like that, but why do you want to risk your pros getting hurt in the Pro Bowl?
So for Team Canada, for example, like Trey Ford, Nathan Rourke, if they wanted to, they could go.
The CFL has opened up the door that they can
But
let
would they
Bilbo
need an
go.
insurance to go because they're on pro teams?
I'm assuming that that will all be sorted out from.
But what makes this
would be the
different than going to
organization?
play than McDavid playing on Team Canada at the
Because
Olympics?
there was big insurance discussions about that one. The NHL worked out insurance with the IOC and stuff. That was one
I
of
see.
that over the years has been a sticking point was who pays the insurance and all of that
When they
stuff.
can't
Because
play
if they get
hurt.
hurt, if McDavid were to get hurt, they're okay. So why am I paying? Your insurance
Yeah,
should
fair,
pay for that type
fair,
thing.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming.
Like, did Paul LaPolice, for Team Canada, have CFLers, or he had guys that used to play? Or guys
I don't think he has
They
CFLers.
have no pros
Really?
right now. Yeah. So they're actually doing an ID camp. They're doing a cross country ID camp right now. They just, I think over the weekend, we're in BC. 28th, I think they're going to be doing one Edmonton, Calgary, and then maybe I have that backwards. Anyways, right away they're coming to Alberta to do their ID camps, and then from those they invite people to go to the secondary. So
okay.
Anyone can go sign up to go try out for Team Canada at this ID camp, and you should, especially if you're a good athlete. And then they identify the people who they want to take a look at for the actual tryouts for the team. So they already have a team established, but this is to kind of see, they are trying to put together the best team for the Olympics in 2028.
That's pretty cool. I'm intrigued to see their roster.
It's a lot of people from Quebec.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're way more
Way
ahead of
ahead.
us
Yeah.
in terms of this sport. But we're catching up. Like, we've got our rosters were just announced for our like U19 and under Team Alberta teams. So I'm coaching the U19 females, and we're going to go to Kingston on May long weekend for the Elite Flag Nationals.
Wow, that's cool.
So we just announced those rosters. Congratulations to everybody who made the team there.
I saw Aaron Grimes, former Elk. Well, he's a coach now. I think he posted his daughter made some select team. I don't know what league though for flag football. That's pretty cool.
Awesome. Yeah, it's huge. And I mean, it's growing not just for kids. It's growing at an elite rate for adults.
Which you have now, an adult.
Which I have now. Yeah. So I just launched this year the Edmonton Adult Flag Football League. So we're going to do the same thing, 5v5 format. We're going to offer it for women. There'll be options for men, which there never has been before in the city. And then there'll also be an option for co-ed. So you can play with your partner.
How did Team EST do?
Oh boy.
You guys play flag?
No.
Oh, you should put a team
But
in.
that's what I'm thinking, like you put a team in together. But like Jay's obviously
Jay would probably be the quarterback.
well, not probably.
Is the quarterback.
Jay has to be the quarterback.
I'll be the OC.
You're not even gonna play?
No. That's a good Trev and Benny. Dusty maybe as the
Zach's
O-line.
got height.
That's very, very important.
Does he have hands though?
That's the big question. I know he's got height. Can he catch? I don't know. It's
If he
another
can
one.
play on defense then, and he can be a safety.
That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But can he move?
That's you need one of those things. And you gotta have one of them.
If he's got one of those,
Yeah.
we've got a nice player in Zach on that team right off the bat. Eric's sneaky good.
Dusty O-lineman. No one's getting by Dusty.
Actually, I did play a little touch football at Eric Stagg,
Yeah.
where the guy broke his rib.
Yeah.
I did.
Ooh.
He slipped on the only patch of ice that was there, and he cracked his rib. And but it was good because he got sent out, and then Dusty came in, and then we won that game.
Right.
Lucas, Dusty, myself, and I can't remember who else was on our team, and we dominated that game.
Oh, that's
so
fun.
Dusty sneaky would be sneaky good too. Tommy's athletic. We would have a
I
decent
think you guys
team.
would have a great team.
Jay would coach us.
For sure.
Like
Yeah.
he would be.
He's such a natural coach. He's so good.
He would teach us. Although I think we'd be the one team that would test his patience. Like he'd get mad at us at some point.
Do you think he'd get mad or do you think he'd give up?
That's a good. Yeah.
I don't.
He might just walk out on us.
I don't think Jay's a quitter.
No.
He doesn't strike me
I
as a
think
quitter.
Jay would just get like we've never really seen him mad. I think Jay would get mad at us. That we're not listening, that we're not paying attention, we're goofing around, we're losing, we're getting dominated each game. Is there a mercy rule in this?
No.
Or we're losing like
Yeah.
big scores every game, 50-0.
Yeah.
Jay would just get mad at us. He might pull himself as quarterback, but like I'm not going to be your
He's
quarterback
like,
anymore.
I can't coach anymore.
Yeah,
I'm
but I don't think he'd quit on us completely.
No.
But we
well,
would test
I
his
think
patience.
we should test that theory. You guys got to
We
get
may
a
have
team
to look
in.
at that.
I think you should.
I'm surprised he hasn't even texted me yet that he's already like I'm surprised he hasn't even been planning this.
He is coaching 2 flag football teams.
Is he coaching 2?
Yeah, all his daughters are playing this year.
Oh, I didn't know all of his daughters were playing this year.
Yeah, all of them.
Wow.
Yeah, so in the segue out of the adults back to the kids, we've got a competitive division kicking off this year as well. So he's coaching a competitive team and then he's coaching a rec team.
Nice.
This is the first year that we have competitive. So they'll be playing to win a spot to go to Club Nationals in Ottawa, August long.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And how do you separate competitive from rec? Is it just honor system type thing of what they're signing up, or is this based on like past results?
No, so the teams and the coaches find themselves and they sign up as one, whereas in rec, everybody signs up as an individual and you get placed on a team.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we don't do friend requests in the league, which is much to everyone's chagrin. But it's a rec league, and we group kids by your age and what school you go to. So you can play with some neighborhood kids. You for sure know some people on the team. Whereas in competitive, you pick your team, you cherry pick it, and you play to win. We have some really cool developmental rules in our rec league to encourage participation from everybody and to increase the talent. on the team. Like every third play has to be a pass. You can't just run the ball every time.
Is running the better play?
For young kids, yeah. Because pulling the flag is hard. Throwing the ball is hard. So if you just let the kids run the ball into the end zone every time, then it's a...
What are we doing here?
What are we doing? How do we get the kids to learn how to throw the ball and catch the ball? And so that's one of the rules that we have in our league. Where and then also, you can't give the ball to the same kid to run it into the end zone every time. So there's a 3 touchdown rule for players.
Oh, it's like a slow
So
pitch.
they don't dominate, right?
Yeah, so you can't just have the best player on every team run it into the end zone every time. Whereas in rec or in
Those are
competitive, we are playing to win. Put it in the hands of the kid who's going to get in the end zone.
And if you don't like it, stop
And if
them.
you don't like it, play in rec.
Or stop them.
Exactly.
Like, make the play.
Yeah, 100%.
I like that. How many teams are in the competitive then? How big's that?
I have 8.
That's a fun league then.
Yeah. I can't believe how much it's grown. It blows me away.
Well, it is. The NFL's interested in it for a reason.
Yeah.
The NFL wouldn't be interested in something if they don't see some sort of benefit. And what that benefit is, one, it might be just getting people in it younger. I do wonder if this is where football's going. And I've thought this for years, that the tackle football that we know it will not be as big as it, 40 years from now, because parents don't want to put their kids in football.
Of course. You don't want your 6-year-old, like you said, tackles and all that. Like flag football's the way you're still learning the technique, right?
Yeah, and like the statistics about CTE are grim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like 1 concussion. I was listening to this podcast. I don't know if you guys have a fact check. You can fact check me after. 1 concussion increases your chances of ending up with CTE by 40%.
Jeez.
So like,
Won't be surprised by that.
we're messed. Like I've had 3 concussions in my life, and I don't even play tackle football. So that's scary. That's a statistic that is just scary.
Yeah.
But and I mean, it's not just football. It's happening in rugby. It's happening in hockey. It's like it's all sports. It's you have to be careful, and so we do have to mitigate those risks. And flag football is a huge one. But to your point about the NFL, their pro league, they've announced a pro league. So you're going to be able to see women participating at a pro level in football for the first time ever. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
Like, they've never jumped on board with the development league of anything else. Well, I guess they've had NFL Europe, but they shut that down. They don't jump in on the spring leagues. They're not part of what was the XFL or the UFL or now whatever it is called these days. They've never jumped in fully with the Canadian Football League. They take advantage of the Canadian Football League. They watch them develop players and be like, we'll take you.
Yeah.
But they don't give money or anything like that. But they're actually doing something with flag football. And it's minor football in the States has dropped. Participation's dropping. And I think they see that and go, if we want the cash cow with the Shield to keep going forever, we need
What's
to
the
possibly
path?
change. What will we have to change to when participation keeps dropping in basketball and soccer and whatever other sports start getting the bigger, better athletes? And it's a slow way to get there. It's not going to happen overnight. But I think that they're seeing that. The trend's going that way. So how do you go around that? Okay, let's still play football, but we're going to do it flag football-wise.
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see an elimination of football, because how many people are on a football team? 60?
True, but I also still feel that when I'm old in the seniors' home, I'll be watching a Super Bowl, but it won't be the biggest sporting event in North America. I do strongly believe that.
Really?
Boxing used to be huge.
Yeah.
Horse racing used to be huge. Baseball, those were the big 3 of like
That's
the
true.
70s. That was the big 3 sports of the 70s.
Yeah.
And baseball's still there, but it's not at the top. Might not even be number 2. And the other 2 are gone, largely.
Yeah.
Yeah, boxing, you don't even know when a main event, like if there's a main event one day and someone mentions it and you're like, you don't even know the fighters anymore.
Right.
Right. And they're like, they have amazing records, like 22-0, and you're like, I've never heard of this guy. So yeah, it's crazy. When I was with the Elks, they did a flag football camp. And we were there and we had some of our players there helping out. It was 90% boys, but there's this one little girl, and she dominated. Like, she was fantastic. Even the players are like, they're telling the boys, "Hey, watch her. She knows what she's doing." And she was fantastic. And it was great to see how many kids were into it and learning from the pros too. Like, I mean, they weren't getting into detail, but just simply how to run a route, a simple slant, stuff like that. But that's when I first started growing, because they did a lot of flag football camps, and the amount of kids that showed up, fantastic. And the great part was, by my second year, it was almost split, males and females. It was fantastic. Yeah, and it's great because for the little girls, I mean, they don't get a lot of them don't get a chance to play real football, right? and then to play flag, and I'm telling you right now, talent. There's a lot of talent out there.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
In my adults league, I have more women's teams signed up than I do men's.
Sweet.
Yeah,
it's
so it's
great.
awesome. This path for women is very, very exciting. And to be a woman at the forefront of this the kind of movement and all this momentum, it's really exciting. I feel very proud to be able to offer this and to be a part of the growth for, my own daughter, myself as an athlete. It's really fun, really fun.
Is your daughter going to be in the competitive?
No, my daughter doesn't play flag football anymore.
No? She's hung up the flag?
When we started our kids league, we didn't have an all-girls division. And that was problematic for her. So she played in it, but she really didn't like playing against the boys. And, that's how we lose girls in sport.
Yeah.
That's why this is so important to have an all-girls division, is because that's why the girls don't want to play at 12, 13 years old against the boys that they have to go look in the eye at school on Monday morning after the weekend game. They don't want to do that. They want to play against their other girls. So, that's what happened to her. And that was, my entire motivation and inspiration to push this girls league and to get it going. And now we've got it. She's already moved on. So it's too late, but.
Is there other sports she's moved on to, or she?
Yeah, she's going to play softball this year.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Softball's great.
Yeah. She's tried it all. She hasn't found her niche yet. She's done curling. She's done soccer. She's done dance. She's done baseball now. We're trying. She's done flag football. She's like a meh. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like her and I differ so much in that like competitive edge where like going out and playing a game and having fun and playing to win is like, runs deep in my veins.
You just don't want to lose. Like the anger of losing is so much. That's like, I'm not going to lose. I'm not going to lose.
And
or you win a big
that.
game. It's
or the feeling
just
when you win.
The excitement of like, yes.
100%, yes.
And she doesn't have that. We differ greatly in that department.
Does your son have that?
My son has it huge. Yeah. Yeah, my son has it big time. He's huge into flag football too. He's all in on it. And a Bucks fan.
Yeah, Laurie was telling me for the show that Bucks team, a lot of people picking Bucks because they get to pick what team they want to represent.
Well, they don't get to pick, but they always have an opinion.
Okay.
And then I get to hear what the kids are excited about who they got and who they didn't get. And people are Bucks fans here, man.
Really?
Which really surprises me. Do you know how far Tampa Bay is? It's so far.
And then they Tom Brady won, but that was a couple of years ago.
So that's how he got into being a Bucks fan. There's a story there.
I mean, cool unis, cool helmet.
Are they cool unis?
Yeah.
I don't like their color schemes.
Black, white, and red?
Like the way they design it with their jerseys and stuff.
It's okay.
I'm not a fan of it.
Who's got the best jersey in the NFL?
Oh.
Current jersey? Who would?
That's a great question.
Well, the Packers are always going to be timeless.
I'm biased, but I think
49ers.
49ers too.
Mm-hmm.
NFL uniform. I need to take a look at pictures.
Yeah.
The Bengals.
No. No.
One of the best helmets for sure.
Yeah.
I can't. Really? They're one of the best?
No, the orange is offensive.
The Giants are pretty solid. See, I like the classic stuff. Like the Cowboys actually have good.
Like the old school, like when the Broncos wore their old school orange.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's a nice look.
Okay, worst.
Seattle.
Browns.
Browns. Too.
Browns. Yeah.
Yeah.
Seattle.
Browns.
The
is
poor
just-
Browns.
Colts.
Colts are bad.
Yeah. The Jags can be bad.
Jags can be bad.
The Commanders' colors I don't like. Sorry, Jay.
Who else would there be that just no? Vikings do work generally.
Steelers.
I'm more than okay to say Steelers because screw the Steelers.
Yeah. Did you see when they did that black and white or that black and yellow like striped
The stripe?
legging?
The vintage type looking thing, and then they had like a block number on it.
It's like, oh no.
Because the Steelers have the logo only on one side of their helmet. Right?
Correct.
I hate that.
I don't know why.
Yeah, it's their thing, obviously, but I just
But I don't know why it would
put
have
the logo
started
on
that way.
both sides.
But it's also like the Ravens have the logo, like I think the bird faces the same way both, so the bee's opposite on one side, I think.
Oh wow, I've never noticed that.
I think it is. Oh, people say the Chiefs the worst.
Chiefs, yeah.
I don't know if this is nice or bad, but a lot of Chargers powder blue. I think that might be for good ones. Oh, the Titans.
Yeah.
Titans are a bad one.
Titans are a bad one. What about the Jaguars?
I
Like
their
they can be.
helmets.
They
Yeah.
can be nice. It depends on the uniform they're going. Like I'm thinking they're in the playoffs this year. I don't think they were terrible.
They're just forgettable.
Yes.
Would you agree?
The
What a
Jacksonville
forgettable
Jaguars
team.
are a team that you could just be like, oh yeah, they're in the NFL.
I can for sure name all 32 teams, and then I'm like, wait, I know there's one more. Who is it? And it's the Jaguars.
Patriots are boring too.
But they're also classic. Actually, I do like when they wear the
That vintage.
one.
like
Yeah.
the 80s, 90s.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're probably destined for a bad year this year.
Here is hoping. My husband's a Patriots fan. It was untenable in my house this year.
Your husband's a Patriots fan, and your son got into being a Bucks fan because Tom Brady was playing for them. Was there any contention on that?
Guess what my son's name is?
Tom.
Brady.
Oh, okay. That was close. Brady.
Yeah, his name is Brady. So he, he was born into a Brady jersey, and he grew up in the Brady era. But he was pretty young still when Tom Brady was with the Pats. And when he was kind of old enough to really get into watching the game and enjoying and could have the stamina to watch a whole game, Brady was with the Bucks.
That makes sense.
Brady's a solid name.
Yeah.
Yeah, and now he's all in on Baker.
Really?
Oh, Baker can
So
do
he's sticking with the Bucks.
no wrong.
He is sticking with the Bucks.
Yeah, and he
I
just
respect that.
Well,
Yeah.
Baker's got that.
lockstep with
got that
Baker.
swagger.
He's got
Yeah.
that moxie, right? The kids will like.
He's
right?
fun to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's fun to watch.
He's entertaining for sure.
Yeah.
He's not going to win you a Super Bowl.
No.
Mike Evans to the Niners.
Yeah, because
yeah.
what the San Francisco 49ers need Hernan is another injured player,
I know.
possibly.
The most injured team in the NFL picked up one of the most injured players in the NFL.
That is exactly what your team needed. Like if there was the checklist of what to do this offseason,
yeah.
and then you got that substation issue that's going on.
Let me enjoy it just a little bit.
Are you a Niners?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and that whole substation stuff is wild. That they think it's
I buy into that. I don't care that
directly
people say it's
correlated
not
to
true.
all the injuries.
Have you heard that story? Mm-mm. The 49ers practice facilities by some substation.
Oh, I did hear about this.
Look, they're the most injured team. This can't be. Jay had all the stats about like Achilles injuries. The team has way more Achilles injuries than the league average over the last number of years.
Is that the age of their roster, though?
Could be too.
For the
I mean,
Is that
injuries?
direct relation to the age of their roster?
I don't know what the injuries are of that team.
I mean, Fred Warner.
Like the Achilles specifically.
That part, well, I don't know. I don't know who got the Achilles.
All my friends who don't have NFL teams, I say, you should be a 49ers fan.
yes.
And they say, that's weird, Lori, aren't you a Bengals fan? And I say, yes. If I could have a do-over, I would pick the 49ers because it's a great place to go,
Yeah.
watch
Yeah.
a game, and Nick Bosa.
Yes. Bosa's great. I love
Dreamboat.
Purdy.
That's for the dreamboat.
Yeah, he's
There's
the dreamboat,
part for it.
yeah.
The look of Nick Bosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Enough said.
Do
Can't
you
complain.
What
agree?
else do you need?
I
Dreamboat?
love it, man. Yeah, it's great. It's great. But
Which is crazy for me to say considering the 49ers and Bengals history. But
yeah.
That's true. I don't think I would change my team. I'm more than okay being a Ravens fan.
Well, it's like who's changing
such a
their team
Ravens
here,
thing
Benny?
to say.
Pardon? Benny changed because Benny jumped in on the Dolphins, but he really didn't love the Dolphins.
Okay, that's fair.
So he's making a change. He might be going to the Bengals.
Yeah, I think he was
Let's
because he
go.
loves
He was
Joe
thinking about
Burrow.
that. Yeah.
Let's go. We'll have you.
But I can't remember where he went. Yeah, you got to welcome whoever you can on that bandwagon.
You got to tough it out with your team, good or bad.
I think everyone's allowed one change.
Really?
I think. In like the first few years of your fandom, if you pick the team, like
If you pick wrong,
like you get one change in your life, and
and
then,
it's like, what about a breakup? Who gets the team in the breakup?
well, that's if you're the have to share the same team.
That's what I mean. Like a divorced couple.
Yeah.
They
So
both
like,
cheer for a team and now they're divorced. And it's like, am I still going to cheer for that team or can I have my do-over now? Because I don't want to cheer for the same team as my
I
ex,
guess it's who's the fan first.
I guess.
That's
I've only
what it kinda
changed
goes down
one
to.
team, and it was in the NBA.
Who were you?
I was
What'd
a
you go
Knicks
to?
fan in the 90s because I
Yeah.
love John Starks and like the Bad Boys. And then when Vince Carter went to the Raptors, he kind of, I started liking the Raptors because of Vince Carter.
So now you're a Raptors fan.
So I have a soft spot for the Knicks, but yeah, I'm a Raptors fan now since Vince Carter.
I will never change.
Is that
my
fair?
teams. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how old were you?
Yeah.
Well,
Like when Vince Carter went, you would have only been like,
yeah.
what's
Still
15,
fairly young,
16,
yeah.
17?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Who is anyone to say who a person can and can't cheer for?
Yeah, I guess.
But do you really want, like, you can't
Okay.
just keep jumping team to team per
true.
season.
That's
But
true.
this is
and
what-
then like, oh, look, Super Bowl champs. And it's like, well, you cheered for this team. Like those people then never endured the painful losses, like the Oilers Stanley Cup Finals or the Jays World Series or I guess we're all Canada, but like those type of things. If you don't have those pains, you're constantly just jumping around. Oh, my team's gonna get bad. I'm out. Are you a fan?
Are you a fan?
So this is old guy yelling. But like when you go to an Oiler game, for example, and they're playing the Kraken, and you see a guy probably 30, 40, and he's wearing a Kraken jersey, not related to anyone. How are you a Kraken fan if you've lived your whole life in Edmonton? It's not like, don't get me wrong, Edmonton had the decade of darkness, but they have the 5 and 7. You have two of the best players to ever play the game. Like, what makes you become a Kraken fan?
That's a great question.
Kids, I understand.
Kids, I don't care
I've
because
seen
kids,
a lot of kids because
There's
it's
kids
parental
like,
influence.
Yeah, kids
Yes.
like jerseys, kids like certain players.
a new team.
It's
Oh,
different.
look at this. It's exciting, all of that. Kraken have a good look.
But it's like, how do you like why do you like the Kraken? And the gentleman or the lady can be, well, I like Jordan Eberle. Okay, fair enough. But like, really?
How do you get to that? Maybe you just hate the Edmonton Oilers.
Maybe, yeah.
And you're just looking for a team. And now the Seattle Kraken are the first team that speak to you. You maybe like Kraken a rum.
Okay, that's a stretch. But
Maybe you're a big Kraken fan.
yeah, I like that.
I don't know. It's so interesting how people get to where they are with the teams that they like.
How did you get into being a Bengals fan?
An old boyfriend.
Okay. So
I
you
didn't
won
know-
the team in the breakup?
I didn't know anything about football, and he loved football, and so he would always watch it, and I'd be like, well, fuck, if I'm gonna hang out with him, I guess I gotta learn this game, and I gotta like this game. And this was the Chad Johnson era, and I was like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah.
This team is fun to watch. And then, of course, came all his Ocho Cinco drama, but. Yeah, it was really, I was like, this is exciting. One game he wore shoes he knew he was going to get fined for. So Friday he sent the check in the mail for the fine he knew he was going to get on Sunday.
Who's the quarterback?
Carson Palmer.
Carlson Palmer. Yeah. I was gonna say Chad Palmer. That's not right.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's how I got into being a Bengals fan. And I just couldn't stop cheering for them. Even though I didn't want to, I couldn't help it. And I can't still.
Okay, Riders or Bengals?
Bengals.
Ooh.
And the reason is I'm not from Saskatchewan. I
thought you
lived
said you
there.
were.
I lived there
Oh, you just
for a
lived there.
time. I lived there for 5 years in Regina.
Okay, so yeah, that's
And,
different.
Yeah, and so it's so hard not to be a Riders fan, especially when you live there. And it's like easy access to games, and man, is it fun!
Best
They
vibe.
are fun times.
Best vibe, man.
Best vibe.
I
Great
was-
stadium.
When I was with the Elks on game day, we'd get up and go have breakfast with Elk staff. The vibe around Regina was just unreal. Like every restaurant and pub, we're closing at 2. It's game day. I'm
game
like,
day, yeah.
it's like a college. So
It
we were
reminds
having,
me of college.
we were walking across our hotel Sask, and there's like a big park. Guys in suits wearing their Rider jersey, throwing the ball at lunch. I was like, you don't see this in Edmonton.
No.
Not for the football team, at least. Maybe for the Oilers, but it is such a vibe.
Mm-hmm.
I loved it, man. I'm like, every Canadian city should be like this when it comes to the CFL.
I wonder if it's because it's the only pro team there.
I think so, yeah.
There's just you have to buy in, otherwise there's no pro experience.
It's also just fun too, like it's because of that experience. Like Eric here, his brother Lucas, I'm friends with. We've done trips from Saskatoon to Regina on game day and stuff. So it's that whole journey. There's a lot of people. You're on that highway, and it's not just you going to the game. Nope. There's a bunch of us going, and there's little stops along the way that you can make to grab a drink. And there's a bunch of Rider fans there, or one. It's just the whole province buys in.
You can't go to small town Saskatchewan and not go to a gas station and buy and see tons of Rider merch.
Absolutely.
It's all over the place. Like they bleed green there for sure.
Then you walk by the Pilsner area at the stadium, and the chirps are amazing. Like they're not rude, they're not swearing at you, but they just chirp you and everything about Regina. Like it's funny because they're like, but you went to Montreal, you went to Vancouver. I'm like, Regina's my top 3.
Yeah.
Like I loved it there. Like not just for the football because the stadium is the best in the CFL, but just the vibe, small town, everybody knows everybody.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I loved Regina.
Yeah. I love
Absolutely
living
love
there
it.
too.
Yeah, it's
I loved
great.
it.
I did not. I don't like my time in Regina. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh no.
There's nothing downtown. I remember years ago I went to Victoria's, And then I was walking back to the hotel, and I just wanted something like a McDonald's or something from a 7. I didn't pass a single one for my entire walk back.
There's the Burger King nearby, but it's not. It's out of the way.
Yeah, I didn't know where that was.
Yeah.
Couldn't find that one.
Yeah.
And then my buddy and I were told that there was supposed to be a buffet in the casino. We went to the casino. There's no buffet.
Yeah.
Best old fashions at the Hotel Sask
Yeah.
that I've ever had. Yeah.
But yeah, if you haven't gone to JPL yet.
No. And I met Ludacris in Regina.
Stop it.
Out of all places. I'm walking in, coming back from lunch the day before the game, and I'm on the phone. I'm like, I think that's Ludacris. I'm like, I'll call you back. And then he was in the bar having drinks, and I'm like, I am not moving from here until I get.
Did you go talk to him?
Well, no, because he was with his crew. So I was gonna go up to him, but then he went with his crew, and they were all eating, having drinks. So then I just sat.
So you just stalked
I sat
him?
like a creep.
Yeah.
And then Jamin Pelly, one of our players, shows up with our video guy, and they just grab him. They're like, "Hey, can we take a picture?" And I'm like, "Hey, Luda, can I get a picture?" And he goes, "I've seen you hanging out here." Yeah. And I was like, "Sorry, dude, but I gotta do this."
That's not good when they notice that you've just been creeping on them this whole time.
But it's like, of all places, I meet Ludacris in
That's
Regina because he
wild.
was there for like their arcade days to perform, right?
Queen City X.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was awesome. I was like, "This is amazing, absolutely amazing." So
That's
I'm
incredible.
gonna frame
what
that
a story.
picture. Yeah.
That's not who I would pick to see.
Yeah, if he went to, I ran into a celeb in Regina. Who do you guess?
Guess.
I don't think it
Ludacris.
would have been him.
No.
Yeah.
I hope the CFL could find a way to just get back up there in terms of.
Well, what about the new rule
Attention.
changes for this year?
I hate them.
Why?
I don't think they're increasing scoring. I think they're going to make the game worse. I think you're going to see more punting. Now that's next year. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're going to see more punting.
The good thing is that
That's not what people want to go watch.
the only thing I like is the sideline
Talking about a
stuff
difference of 1 point.
because it's bush league to have both teams on the same side. I hated it. Players hate it. Coaches hate it. So
made no
I'm glad
sense.
they're going the way it should be. But I'm with Matt. What I hate the most is the commissioner trying to play it off like they're not trying to Americanize the game. When you are, just say you are. Like the whole look of it is so people turn on TV and they're like, "Oh, what is this? Is this the NFL or the CFL?"
Henry Burris just came out this weekend saying he doesn't think this is going to increase. We're going to see more touchdowns.
No.
Doug Flutie is, one of the greats to ever play this game. He doesn't like those rule changes. There's a lot of people that play this game that are saying that they don't see.
Have we ever heard one
This big.
coach or players complain about the goalposts?
No.
Exactly.
I honestly have never thought about the goalposts.
Yeah.
Being at the front of the end zone. There's just like, I could live with the Rouge adjustment that they've done. Missed field goal, you're not
Yeah,
getting a
that's
point.
fine.
I can live with that, but I still want the Rouge in the game. It's part of the history and the fabric of the league. I like the time, the play clock. I actually do like that change. But the field shrinking, but then the end zone field goal post being further, you're going to see teams punt more.
Right.
That's what I think, at least. Like the coaches have not. I don't know if there's a lot of coaches that have ever come out yet, current coaches, and said we love these
We're
new
excited.
rules. These rules we're excited to coach these rules.
Don't you think it runs in the CFL DNA to not ever change and do anything differently, whether or not it increases or decreases the success of the league?
Yeah, I think yes. The CFL sometimes is too in its way. We don't want to make any changes.
And all the
this
fans.
is great.
No
Yes.
change ever. And it's all this like anti-Americanization.
Well, because Americanization won't help this game. If the CFL went to 4 downs and 50-yard, everything was in the NFL, it doesn't change the players. You're not having Jamar Chase come into the Canadian Football League. You're not
No.
having Joe Burrow. You're not having.
But you're also not bringing.
So the talent isn't going to all of a sudden come. No, Canadians aren't flocking to watch the UFL.
But
and
a lack
spring
of an
football.
additional down is why they're punting so often.
But scoring's higher in the CFL than it is in the NFL.
Because of the Rouge?
Bigger field.
No, that's a lot of rouges. That's
what
a
I
lot of
mean.
rouges. No, it's just you also have that the final 3 minutes where you could have possessions. That's actually one of the reasons for scorings where you could have 3 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns
Yeah.
scored in the final 3 minutes.
Yeah.
The NFL, how many touchdowns are you most often going to get in the final 3 minutes? Maybe one. Generally, so we're running
Ton
up
of
the
field
clock.
goals. Yeah.
So I think the commissioner is doing this for one reason, is to bring in a younger fan base because let's be honest, the CFL is an older fan base. It is. Like my nephew, my nieces are in their mid-20s. And they like the only reason they know some Elks is because I worked for them.
Right.
Outside of that, they wouldn't.
Yeah.
Tell you to have to figure it out.
They wouldn't know a player. But I really don't think going to a 50-yard field, moving the goalpost is gonna all of a sudden a 18-year-old is going to be like, I want to go to a CFL.
Wow, this is a game I want to watch.
Yeah. Like, I just don't think it's going to work. I don't.
So are you of the mindset then, if we think it's not going to work, we should not do it? Or should we try this and then
But they won't go back if it doesn't work.
No,
and then next year we can try something, and next year we can try something, and
because
or are we just like, no.
What is the answer to bringing younger people to the CFL? Because I think it's always a losing battle because the NFL is always going to trump it, and the younger generation is all in on the NFL because you can bet, fantasy, all that stuff.
Those are the big things. Yeah. But it also comes like football. Like you have the kids are playing with NFL teams.
Yeah.
They're not playing with the Elks on their front.
Well, there's not enough teams. I got 58 teams in the league.
I know, and it's also like no one. If you're in Edmonton, you're not going to want to play as the Calgary Stampeders. If you're from Edmonton, you're not going to want to play as the Saskatchewan Roughriders from Edmonton or something like that. But it's those little things that, well, they're going to school saying, I play for the Colts. They might now want to watch the Colts to a degree.
And
there isn't that connection. Where's the CFL connection now to those kids?
Yeah, no, and that's a great point. And I hear that sometimes. People get real angry that, we in Canada here support the NFL. And it's like, the NFL Shield has so much power. It's how we get people into the door of our league, right? And when they come into our league, they stay because of the game day experience and what they get when they're there. But to a kid, opposite of your point, they don't care what hero they're looking down the nose of, right? A hero who plays in the pro league, whether it's, Tom Brady or Jamar Chase or Trey Ford, for example, like a pro is a pro to them, and an autograph is an autograph. And that's what matters, and that's what we have to focus on, is like giving these kids a pro experience and getting them interested in going to pro games.
The CFL, I think, where they failed at the most is marketing. They don't market the stars of the CFL.
No.
They don't market the CFL.
They don't market the CFL. The broadcasting, like they do the games, but it's like now comparing to the NFL is a little unfair, but look at the NFL. Like Sunday. At 8 in the morning, you got pregame shows on 3 different channels. You have just cool stories about players that you might not know of. CFL's just, let's get into it, half an hour pregame.
Or they don't even talk about the game always.
No.
They're just having fun.
Having fun, and then you get into the game. And listen, TSN does it, and I have a lot of respect for a lot of the people at TSN, but I think they can improve too in the way they show the games and all that. So for me, it's the marketing is the big one because the NFL markets everyone. In the CFL, they don't market Nathan Rourke. They should. He's Canadian, one of the best quarterbacks. Who else? Who's on the Philpotts? Why aren't we marketing those guys getting out? So when the kid sees that, he says, Mom, Dad, who is that? Oh, that's Nathan Rourke from the BC Lions. I want to watch him. He's that good. You know what I mean? But when have we always seen billboards, commercials with these guys?
These franchise players.
Yeah, outside of just them being on the game, like the opening, right?
Because let's say these rule changes do work. I don't know if that's bringing anyone to watching these games. Or younger people.
To the stadium.
Yeah, if we get an average of an extra 2 touchdowns a game, are more people actually going to come to the Canadian Football League? Or do they know about that?
Because the casual fan's not going to be... I don't go to games because there's not enough points scored. Because if you're saying that, then you're wrong. Because the CFL's high scoring.
There's a high scoring game.
Right? They're like, oh, I'm going now because there's 2 more touchdowns per game. So I think the commissioner was reaching there. And you're right. Like, okay, try something. We're always complaining about the CFL not doing anything new. They are. Maddie and I and many others hate it, but I'll give them credit because at least they're trying to do something.
Yeah.
And they're not completely changing the game. But we'll see if this works, if it brings more butts. Because it's not just Edmonton. And Edmonton's been bad for many years. You go to Regina, outside of Winnipeg, you go to any stadium, it's never sold out. Never sold out. Like BC gets a lot of credit because they always bring in a star for their first game and they get sold out. But after that, they get 12,000 people a game.
Yeah. When I was in Regina, the Grey Cup was there, and they had like the Grey Cup games or whatever. It was like this whole, and the weather was absolutely miserable. But the way that they held their events there was so attractive for young people, and it was branded well, I felt, and it was a really good time. And so, if I wasn't a fan going into that, I would be a fan based on that experience. But that's, how long is it going to take for all the cities
Grey
to
Cup
host
week
these
is
Grey Cups?
it's a great time.
Yeah.
It is one of the best parties Canada has.
It was so fun.
Yes.
Yeah, the whole event.
But nobody knows about it unless you're there.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my point.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like we need something like that here. Like let's expand that. Let's learn from that And let's host some events like that in these cities that are going to get those young people in, encourage parents to bring their kids out, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But the Elks tailgate is great. It's one of the best in the CFL now. So they are trying certain things. My biggest two things is it's TSN and Sportsnet. I have issues with both those organizations. TSN doesn't do enough. Like, I see what they do around Grey Cup. I see what they do around certain games. It's like, you could do more. Like, this is great. And then the rest of the season, there's times like what happened last year. Jay and I would be doing a pregame show. The one game would end, there'd be an hour before the next game, and they'd cut away to and I love my soccer, but they'd do a soccer podcast that they'd air on Canada Soccer. It's like, we're in between two football games right now. You should have an hour long. You should have a 30-minute post-game show and a 30-minute pregame show for the other game. Like, there shouldn't be cutting away to something else right now. What are we doing here? So I think they're too lazy at TSN. There was people were mad in the CFL. Their TSN posted 2 weeks ago or something a graphic about what you're most looking forward to the next number of weeks, and it had NFL draft and Stanley Cup playoffs and NBA and F1 starting and all of that, and they didn't have to start the CFL season. And people are like, you're the rights holder. You're the only one broadcasting these games, and you don't even include them in this list. And then Sportsnet doesn't talk about them at all. No. And we only have 2 sports networks in this country. And one just chooses not to talk about the one league in this country. And that's a huge problem. If somebody, because with cable cutting, has packaged to watch the Oilers all year, they're only watching Sportsnet. They're never being told about anything that's happening in the Canadian Football League. No. And if you're never being told about something, how do you know when it's happening?
That's true.
And it's the consistency, because when you're with a team, like either when you're home or away, you do sit downs the day before the game, where you go to the stadium and they sit down with the coach and 2 players and they do one-on-ones that air on the broadcast of the game. But with the Elks, and we weren't very good. We didn't win home games, all that. Like, they would do the first 3 weeks, and then every other week they'd be like, no sit-downs, because we weren't winning. So I'm like, well, no, be consistent. Like, we're still part of the league. We're still a team. We're still playing a game tomorrow. There's a lot of questions you could ask, but they were like, no, we'll cancel sit-downs, and they just wouldn't do them. So it's like, and then out of the blue, you make a trade, and now all of a sudden they want to do it. And it's like, well, you should do it every game. So
is it money? At the end of the day, are we just talking about the CFL doesn't have the money?
Oh, that's a big part of it, massively. They don't have the money.
The TSN's there. Like, say we're in Regina, the TSN crew's there, and it takes literally 20 minutes.
Yeah.
For 2 players and a coach. It takes 20. We'd be there for 20 minutes. That's it. They'd go in one by one, sit down for 5 minutes, talk to the host, and that's it. Then you're on your way. So, like Maddie said, I think it's just kind of like, we'll move on. We don't need this.
Yeah,
this
well,
week.
That's like the mentality about, like, let's go to a game.
Yeah.
Gotta get away from that.
I don't agree. I don't want them to bring back blackouts like they did in the old day, where they wouldn't show the game in your city if you were home because they wanted you to go to the stadium. I hated that as a kid because you couldn't go to every game. Not everybody
can go. Like, there are circumstances where you just can't go. And then there's, for the majority of it, it's that they're choosing not to go. But I don't agree with that either.
Yeah.
That's why they need to close the upper bowl. But for Edmonton specifically, they need to win football games. They haven't been good in 20 years. Like, they need to be consistently good. And I think maybe this might be the year.
But how much?
This is it.
How much more?
Hopefully, if not, honestly, if at the end of this year we're talking about the Elks not missing the playoffs again,
ouch.
I honestly don't know where they go from
Elks football got really exciting at the end of last year.
It did.
Got really exciting.
And they brought back same players.
Yeah.
And so there's continuity. And so maybe for once, like, there's like, this could be their year. But if not, then it's like, I don't know where they go from.
Yeah. We do.
Hernan, I'm pushing for you to be the new offensive coordinator of that team.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'm really good at Madden, so.
The official drink of the EST Hangout is Dillon Small Batch Distillers, refreshing cocktails made by the #1 canned cocktail brand, made the right way, crafted right here in Edmonton. Lori Ekdahl of Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football with us here, Hernan Salas, Matt Iwanyk with you here on the Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. Also, just the flag football, you also have camps coming up this year?
Yeah, 2 summer camps. We got one at the end of July, one in August. So it's like half-day camps. You come and we're just going to have some fun. It's going to be like drills, and we're going to do a mini combine for the kids. So you start the week doing a combine, and then you finish the week doing a combine and a scrimmage, like a full day of scrimmage, and then we'll buy you lunch. And yay summer.
Yay summer.
Yay summer, yay flag football.
How long will the camps be?
There's 2 camps. So there's one at the end of July, Monday to Friday, 8:30 to 12. Yeah.
For the week.
For the week.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh.
At the turf in Emerald Hills.
Nice.
Sherwood Park Flag Football League. Oh, wait, what's the website? Why is this not .com? Sherwood Park Youth
Flag Football.
Football.com for any information. Where can people sign up for the adult league if they wanted more information?
EAFFL.ca.
There you go.
Edmonton Adult Flag Football League.ca. You can sign up with your team, or you can come as an individual, and we'll put you on the free agents team. We'll place you.
Well, EST's putting in a team. In the
We're gonna have to talk.
league.
I'm counting on that.
We're gonna have to talk. We're gonna have to see Jay. We're gonna have to. What day do they play?
Maybe Play Alberta could do some
Some bad
Sponsorship for
could do some betting or something for you. Get some lines on the AST team.
put some lines on us.
Yeah.
Jay over under 2.5 touchdown throws.
Yeah.
Jay 1.5 tantrums thrown because we're not listening or anything like that.
Yeah.
What is going on? People are saying they were in one of the Calgary show's chats, and they're losing their mind over Edmonton having the World Cup final.
Yeah, I
and
tuned into
semifinal.
that. It's Pinder and Warner and who's the other guy? Always wears
Boomer?
sunglasses. Boomer.
Yeah,
Yeah, I watched just when they announced that Edmonton's getting the semifinal. They weren't happy. They started
Why?
making fun of festival because we're called Festival City,
we do have a lot of festivals.
and they started making fun of certain festivals.
They only have one.
Yeah. So. But
They have
according
a
to
big
them,
one.
their one is
It's
trumps
massive.
Edmonton's.
Well, it's international. Like it is.
It is.
Yeah.
By all account, massive. Like it is huge. But then they have nothing else going on. We at least carry through the whole summer.
Yeah, Rhett Warner said he's out. He's not watching any games. And he told Calgarians this is a slap in the face to Calgarians.
Okay.
Yeah.
Strong.
Oh, they don't hold back. They hate Edmonton.
Edmonton's owed it.
We have the Ice District.
We have the Ice District. I don't know. They're not building a little district. Like
No,
there's
I
a
don't
little
think.
bit of a plaza around there, but it's not the same as Ice District. And we were promised an All-Star game or a draft. And we've had this ring for all these years and we never got any of those. So we're owed something.
Now, I don't know if is their arena going to have like a hotel attached like we do here with the Marriott?
I don't ever, in all the drawings, I don't see a hotel or anything.
It's just convenient here because the players don't even have to go outside, right?
No.
Like it's perfect for them.
Yeah, when it's cold outside, they could just stay inside and take the tunnel and all that.
Yeah.
That's going to be an exciting
It's
time.
a great venue. It's very
Yeah.
exciting.
People still come through like that. Like we're talking about that barn being 10 years old, which is
That is
ridiculous to think.
Crazy.
But people still come through and praise it about how good it is. The only thing I wish they did was put up more like pictures and stuff. It's too white.
Yeah.
Very
Horse and
plain.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I thought they would
Very
over these
plain.
years they would have added a lot more art or banners or things like that. But it's a solid barn.
That's a minute
Yeah.
detail, really. Like
It's just a visual
that's
thing.
nitpicking almost. Like
Yep.
it's so nice. There's not a lot to complain about, and I think this is really exciting for Edmonton.
Oh, it's great. I can't wait.
Well, it's
Like we said yesterday, though, it's probably cheaper to go to Prague to watch a game. than-
it will be. But if Canada and US are meeting in a championship game,
Yeah.
how big of a deal
That's
is that
going
going
to be in the seats.
oh, it's going to be on.
Well, and everyone's going to be talking about it both sides of the border.
Yeah.
Because the Americans are going to want to try to be like, yeah, see, we're going to win this again, just like we did at the last Olympics, and Canada's going to be going to try to take it.
Yeah, it'll be a really exciting game.
Might be Crosby's last tournament as a Canadian.
Oh, good point. Is he even in it in 2 years?
That's the thing. If he's in the World Cup in 2 years, he's going for the Olympics.
How old is he now? 39?
He's 38, I think.
38?
Great age.
38? He's 38. He'll be 39 next season.
Okay.
39 next season.
40.
So he'll be 40 that season of the World Cup. He'd be 42 the season of the next Olympics.
Next Olympics. You have to imagine McDavid would be captain at that point, right?
Oh, yeah.
Unless Crosby's there. And does Crosby give the C up?
That'd be McDavid's last
That's a
year.
C move.
Or does he do that for the World Cup? It's McDavid's barn if
So
they go all the
McDavid's
way.
Last year in Edmonton.
Does,
Goes out
For
with
the World Cup?
World Cup, yeah.
you really want to go there right now, don't you?
I don't know why you want me to leave upset.
I'm kidding.
We went from way down here talking about Olympics depression. We worked our way all the way up, and now you want to bring me down again.
I apologize.
I can make it worse.
Please don't.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
Well, we'll see what happens next year for the Edmonton Oilers. If we win the Stanley Cup, Okay, well, do you think if they win a cup, does that make it more likely to stay or less likely to stay? Because there are some people that think that it might mean, okay, well, he's now going to go do something else. Yeah, I don't buy that.
He might want to stay. I think if he wins a cup in the next 3 years, he'll more likely stay. I think if he doesn't, he's gonna explore. Why wouldn't he?
I could see that. I could see McDavid saying, I want to at least hit the market.
Yeah, 100%.
Doesn't mean he won't come back to the Oilers.
Yeah, no, I just think it would be silly not to. As much as I hate to say that I want that for him, I want him to stay. Everyone wants him to stay, obviously. But also, I want to see him succeed. Mm-hmm. He's worked so hard, and he's had a team on his shoulders so many years in a row. He needs to go thrive. He needs a cup. If you can't get it here, go get it somewhere else, man. You deserve it.
And that's why I think the pressure on Stan Bowman for the remainder of this year and the next two is enormous. Mm-hmm. This will make and break his time as GM as the Oilers because he's got to deliver, man. You got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. At least Kenny Holland build a team that went to 2 Stanley Cup Finals. They didn't win, but he came through on his promise. He said in 5 years we want to be competing for a Stanley Cup. That's exactly what they did.
If the Oilers fall early and Connor Ingram isn't good enough and Jari doesn't get in that, or if he goes in and is poor, I think that is fireable for Stan Bowman. I think he should be fired.
Jar Jar stinks. That's what the boys in Calgary are calling him.
And
Jar Jar stinks. That's his nickname.
Jari.
Like, were you trying to mock Oilers fans right now? Like the Oilers fans, like, yeah, okay, sure.
Well, yeah, that's what they're saying.
I know, but Oilers fans don't like. They'll agree. It's not going to piss Oilers fans off that much. But I think that would be fireable. I think Stan Bowman should be fired
Maddie.
if you made a move for a goalie that you barely play or doesn't do anything in the playoffs. You go somewhere else and you get knocked out early.
And early returns on a few players, and the contracts he's giving them are not working out right now. Trent Fredericks has 7 years to figure it out. So does Jake Wallman. But early returns right now are not good.
But the Frederick, I was still the one defense I'll have that. It's not big money.
No, but a guy that plays 9-10 minutes a night should not get an 8-year deal with a no movement.
No, I agree with that.
He should not.
Can we all just agree that the Oilers are not good at making deals?
Yes. It's almost like they don't negotiate. It's like, we want this. And Stan's like, okay.
Sure.
How about I throw in a no movement too?
Would you like more?
Would you like more?
What else?
Yeah.
What else would you
What
like?
else can I give you?
It's true though. I've been saying this about Stan Bowman and Jeff Jackson. It's like, do you guys negotiate? Like, push back.
I'm not going to pretend that I'm an expert at understanding what goes on behind those doors and in those conversations by far in this league. Like, I know how to watch hockey. I know the rules, but I don't understand all the intricacies of it. But every time I hear about a new deal that the Oilers make, even I'm like, what?
Yes.
No, that's not right.
Like
That's not what happened.
If you're a fourth liner, third liner like Trent Frederick is, and you're like, I'm giving you an 8-year deal, and he's like, I want a no movement, I'd be like, no. Sorry. I'm giving you an 8-year deal. I'm pretty much securing the rest of your career.
Yeah.
Take it or leave it. You're not getting a no movement. Okay, and the deal's off. Okay, see you later. I'll find someone that can score 4 points in 65 games.
But the problem for them is they gave up so much for Trent Frederick last year at the deadline. They traded more to make sure salary was retained.
Yeah.
And even though it didn't matter. And if he walked, you gave all that up for nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Well, no, fair enough. But I think
and that's why, but they just stuck with their mistake there. Like, we've got to keep this guy around.
I mean, good for Trent Frederick and his agent.
Very good.
This is why I would say Stan Bowman should probably be fired maybe at the end of this season. If you're saying the deals are bad.
But it won't, because he's Jeff Jackson.
I don't know. I wouldn't agree with that.
He brought him in, though, Matty.
But that means Jeff Jackson might be gone,
Chris
too.
Chris Knobloch will be the first one gone.
He will be.
Because he is not Stan Bowman's guy, even though he gave him the extension, but Jeff Jackson brought him in, right?
So then who's the Oilers going to then? Where do we go?
I think if they fail this year and they go into next year and they're slow off the hop again, I think Knobloch's the first one fired.
I agree.
Whether you agree with it or not,
I think
that's what's going to happen.
I mean, that's what, when we brought him on, that was like the next game we won. And how many games did we win after Knobloch came on?
It was a lot.
It was a ton.
16 straight?
Well, it was part of that 16-game. Yeah. Was it 16-game win streak?
16-game win streak.
It was a huge win streak. But it was like immediately it happened.
Yeah.
And I know that kind of change doesn't happen because of one single person, but what a
Well,
coincidence.
it can. Well, look at the Buffalo Sabres. They fired their GM, and all of a sudden they go off on this.
That's
great run.
Kevin Adams' team.
That's why he should win GM of the year. Even though he's unemployed, he should be up for GM of the year.
I don't know if I trust Stan Bowman to right the ship here. Not that it's going off, but it's not as good as it should be.
And it's that Jari trade that's the big one. You screwed up big time. I don't know how you could be trusted to fix this team in the most pivotal summer that the Oilers will have faced.
Okay, but so the argument is from some people is that Skinner, like, it was just time. Whether
Yes.
you agreed with it or not, Skinner couldn't continue to be. It was just getting so toxic.
Yes.
Right? For him and his family, nothing he could do was ever going to be good enough. So we knew it was going to be a lateral move. So, like, why are we upset about it now? When
Why
the
are we
majority of
upset?
Edmonton fans wanted this.
They wanted the guy gone. They didn't want Jari. There's a difference between those two.
But you weren't getting an elite goalie.
No, but
Yeah.
you would have thought that if you're going to give up on Stuart Skinner, you're going to bring a goalie in, he wouldn't be worse in terms of play and also have a worse contract.
Yeah.
But you might as well just waited it out
Here
with
we
Stuart
are.
Skinner.
Yeah.
If the fans are upset, the fans are upset. Who cares? You're the general manager. You shouldn't worry what the fans are thinking
Well,
in one way.
100%, Yeah.
Play out the year. Let Stuart Skinner walk. Go address goaltending.
Go with Ingram and Skinner. They
But-
didn't even give it a look.
But you gave up Skinner, Kulak, a second and a third to bring in Tristan Jarry and Spencer Stastny. One of those guys is in and out of the lineup in your defense, and the other guy's not even your starting goalie anymore. It is declared that the guy that was in the American Hockey League is now your starting goalie
Yeah.
as we get set for the playoffs. That's not a good look for a general manager.
No, it's not. Yeah, that might be his downfall. The only way he can correct this is if he can move him in the offseason. Right?
For
Jari?
what?
Another goalie, I guess.
Yikes.
Back to
It
being
seems
depressed.
fireable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like
it
it's
seems-
as you break it down,
seems-
it's one of those that if we find out in June that the Oilers are firing Stan Bowman, I wouldn't be like, yeah, that's a shocker.
Weird.
Got to get the over under for play
Heard
Alberta.
it here first.
Download the app. Well, I definitely didn't hear it here first. I will say that one's out there a lot. Oiler fans have fired many people over the last couple of weeks, I would say. I'll play Alberta, Dover under. Download the app. Visit them, playalberta.ca. New and improved odds. We have the EST specials. I will get the Champions League parlay up there after the show, which, by the way, once again, will be Real Madrid plus 1.5, Arsenal to win, PSG, Chelsea over 3.5 goals.
What's that other team from Norway?
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo
Bodo
Glimt.
Glimt.
But they started 11:45, so I can't put them in the parlay.
Ah, okay,
Is that-
okay.
Oh, no, not yet.
I don't to get the parlay though. It's just the other one started
Yeah.
at 2:00 because Europe hasn't done time change yet. No, I got to go read something about Mark Spector that he tweeted. Connor McDavid, Macklin Celebrini tonight.
Yes.
Over under a combined 4.5 points from those two guys.
Over.
Ooh, we're gonna have a high scoring game. I like that.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Oh.
4.5 points
Combined?
combined. Celebrini McDavid.
Yeah, over. It's going to be a high scoring game. It's going to be like 6-5.
Okay, so Mark Spector down at Oilers skate. Leon Draisaitl out tonight. Knobloch says further info will be given tonight. Sounds like in regards to the length of his absence. Ingram starts in net. He adds that Draisaitl out, they'll become more of a matchup team tonight. I see a matchup with Dickinson on Celebrini tonight, though Knobloch said that responsibility would be shared among two of his lines. So that's what
Okay, so-
Spec adds in there. But Draisaitl, we're going to have further info will be given tonight.
Tonight? Why
Why?
tonight? Just do it
Sounds
now.
like regarding the length of his absence.
That doesn't sound good,
That
does
sounds
it?
bad. That sounds like we're not sure. We need more testing. He's
Yeah.
heading for an MRI, and we'll know more later tonight.
He's out for the season.
That does not scream.
Lower body, like that injury. I was like, is his hip broken?
That's
Did
what
he
I
just crack
thought. It was
his
hip too.
Yeah. Well, at first
Yeah.
I thought rib, but then I saw the replay and I was
Yeah.
like, I think his hip is broken.
I think me and Gager said yesterday we'd like to pretend doctor, but
Yeah.
I think we both said hip.
Well, hip's not good.
Okay,
I know
so
that.
let's.
Hip's not good.
I know we only have 5 minutes, but let's break this down.
Okay.
So they're going to announce it tonight.
Well,
Is
okay.
that good or bad?
Oh, no. So it says they'll have further info will be given tonight. Now, I don't know if that means he's
Pre-game,
getting further
post-game,
info
what are we talking about?
or is he giving info to everyone else? That I don't know. But it sounds like regarding the length of his absence.
So it's like the whole team waiting to find out if Draisaitl's out for the rest of the
Everybody's
season.
just
That's going to
waiting.
affect the game.
Yeah.
And he's out tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
He's out tonight. Further info will be given tonight. Sounds like regarding the length of his absence. So yeah, it sounds like that does scream we're doing further testing. We're getting a second opinion
Yeah.
on something. And we don't know how long he's going to be because we don't know.
Because we don't
yet.
know what it is.
Because it was a
And that's
minor
not
injury,
good.
and they're like, he's
We're
gonna
in
miss.
denial.
He's gonna miss. He's gonna miss 2 weeks. You would just say that because it's not
Yeah.
that bad.
I like the denial part there.
We're all in denial. We're just going to wait and
Just
see if we can get a
la.
mildly better opinion.
Yeah, so that could be
Yikes.
Ooh.
watch, and that's gonna come out and it's like, well, he's just gone for like the week and he's back next week.
Best case scenario.
But why?
But yeah,
why the
it is-
drama,
it is a
man? Why
very-
do we have to wait?
Which is why like that does not scream confidence in any way, shape, or form.
And then when is he gonna announce it tonight? Like pregame?
Yeah, I think that matters. I don't know why that feels like it matters when they say it.
Yeah. Like, is he gonna meet with the media? Maddie, I need answers.
Well, he is gonna meet with the media tonight because he will have his post-game press
No,
conference.
but before.
A
It says
pregame.
tonight. We don't know what tonight is.
Oh, okay.
Tonight starts what? 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock?
6
When do we
o'clock.
6
Let's
o'clock?
call it
Well, it
6.
is St. Patrick's Day, so the night starts earlier for us
That's
old
true.
people.
Let's not say old people.
As equal aged people.
Yeah, we're just aged.
Yeah.
Well, that doesn't
Okay.
sound great either.
Mature.
But so I'm assuming there's either something happening. It's probably going to be after the game. If there's something given from the Oilers tonight, it'll be Chris Knobloch after the game. Because I'm assuming someone in the media now is going to be like, "What's the update on Leon Draisaitl?"
Oh, people are gonna be.
gonna be the
digging
first
for
question.
Sure.
It's going to have to be.
Yeah.
So now we all wait. What that all means, and that dictates so much when it comes to the mood of this city. Will the vibe? Will there be more green beers drunk tonight after that? Because people drowning their sorrows away.
Either way, yes.
Yes.
We'll be happy because it's short or sad because it's long. Either way, the answer is more.
And if nothing comes out, you just drink green
This
beers.
is my guess. Oh, for the season, we'll be ready for the playoffs.
Does that bring confidence into what he's going to be in the playoffs, though?
He'll be ready. And
He's always ready. Like we talked about.
If he's out for the
always
rest of the
ready.
season, though, I feel like it's longer. If I had to make a guess right now,
any predictions?
my prediction is maybe there's no timeline for his return.
Okay.
He could be back during the playoffs, but no timeline is going
Kind
to
of
be
like
given.
Ekholm last year.
Yes.
Yeah.
If I had to make a prediction right now, based off reading that, just completely reading the words of
Yeah,
Mark
and you know,
Spaxton.
like I don't know. I feel like they're going more in that direction when announcing injuries for players because, you know, people have these miraculous recoveries and they're like, oh, he was supposed to be out for 3 weeks, but now he's already back. And then the opposite is true where, you know, we thought he was going to be ready in 3 weeks, but here we are and we're not ready to go. We just don't know.
Okay, so Gene Principe as added. Chris Knobloch, this is the quote. Draisaitl won't play tonight. We'll know more on his timeline tonight or tomorrow.
Damn it.
So we may have to wait till tomorrow.
It's
on
going to
that
be
one now.
tomorrow now. Ugh.
And it's all like, so they don't know.
Yeah.
That's why it's concerning.
It's
to me.
concerning because-
they don't know,
yeah.
and that was on Sunday.
More testing.
So now we're all the way to we're closing in on 48 hours. It's a little
and
bit,
pro
quite a bit
teams,
later.
like, they have access to everything.
You could get anything done at any moment if you need to. If you're the Edmonton Oilers,
Yeah,
in
I
this
don't
town.
think it's that they don't know. I think they have an opinion they don't like.
Yeah.
And they're going for something else.
Yeah.
That's a really good point. Yeah. Because if not, they would announce it, but they're like,
Yeah.
let's get a second
Let's
opinion.
just
Yeah.
confirm that.
Oh, well, the Oilers definitely need to win tonight for Oiler fans' sake. Because if they lose, then all of a sudden everyone's waiting for a Leon Draisaitl news. Ugh, this city could be in a rough shape tomorrow, following St. Patty's Day. Lori, thank you for coming in. Once again, Sherwood Park Youth Flag Football, all girls division, fully booked though.
Oh, yeah.
Spring season's fully booked.
Fully booked.
We have an adult league coming. Mm-hmm. You have camps. And when's the adult league start again?
May, the beginning of May.
Beginning of May.
Yeah. Register today.
Again, the website.
EAFFL.ca.
There you go. Thank you for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
Enjoy Mexico.
I shall. To the
Yes.
fullest.
Please enjoy it.
I will.
A couple of extra drinks on us.
What's
Okay.
your,
Or for us, I guess.
quickly, what's your favorite drink in Mexico?
Rum with soda and pineapple juice. Like Malibu rum. Coconut rum.
What's yours?
Probably a michelada. beer with clamato and tajin.
I'm also not going to turn down a margarita.
Yeah. I have like 5 favorite drinks.
Margs were my second last year. Mojitos are my number one.
Mojitos
Okay.
are good. Too.
Just nice, refreshing drink
So
for the
good.
day.
So good.
I can't do the slushy stuff anymore, though.
I'm with
No,
you.
No, I can't
No.
do it.
you just want a normal marg.
Yeah.
Yes.
You just
Yeah.
want a normal
Yeah.
drink.
Just want a
Absolutely.
normal drink.
Because
Yeah.
the slushy and the syrupy stuff messes your stomach.
Yeah, it's not good.
And then when you get the mojito, sugar-free mojitos. It's the one way to go for it.
Okay, you guys, fine. I'll try them all. And
Try mojito and then a mojito sugar-free. You got to do both. You got to
try 'em
taste that
all.
one. Thank you very much again, Lori. Hernan, what's coming up on EST Afternoons? Do you know?
I don't know yet.
Sweet.
Who's
Yourself,
got-
Gager. That's a great selling point. More discussion probably
Wow,
on
Oilers-
what's going on.
Oilers,
Sharks. Lock Shop coming up next. Dusty and Haas. We've got 2 guys and a goalie. We've got EST Afternoons. We've got the Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milton. We've got EST or GCLD's Oilstrom pre and post game shows tonight. Tommy Benny will get you set for Oilers and Sharks. This has been the EST Hangout presented by Sentinel Storage. On behalf of Lori, Hernan, I'm Matt. Thanks for tuning in. Lock Shop in a few minutes right here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton Sports presented by Play Alberta. Don't go anywhere.
Let's go. There you go, right in front of the camera.
First-time guest, long-time listener, fan of the original draft commissioner.
Welcome to the EST Hangout presented by White Claw Hard Seltzer. The difference is clear. Matt Iwanyk, Tom Zola with here. Joining us today,